Welcome live to the Brevard Sports Network from Viera High School of tonight's Friday Night Lights. I'm Jackson Robb. Alongside me tonight is my partner, Logan Pettit. First of all, Logan, how are we feeling about this one tonight?
Feeling good, man. You got two teams that are going to be hungry for a win, and I was thinking about this before the game started. I think we're going to be seeing some pretty good quarterback play tonight. You know, you got Cromartie over on Viera, who, you know, we saw in the spring, looked really darn good, came out last week looking good, and then Traven Green, I was sitting in this exact spot. It was my first broadcast with Allen. Saw him as a sophomore, and the kid was electric. So I think both sides of the ball are going to have pretty good quarterback play tonight.
Backyard brawl action, always a good battle between these teams.
Got a flyover.
Yeah, a little flyover there by the helicopter. Wherever it is. Can't find it. Oh, couldn't find it, but I can tell you there was a flyover. The Brevard Sheriff's Office helicopter there. But as I was saying, the backyard brawl here, this is their 17th documented meeting through Max Preps. I guarantee you they played, they probably just played their 17th meeting. 11-5 all-time record in favor of Rockledge. Rockledge, I believe, has won 4 straight now. Whereas before now, the last time Viera won was back in 2017 when they were riding a 5-win streak of their own. So it's been a very streaky series between these two teams. It is a little bit of a rivalry between the Hawks and the Raiders. Rockledge starting 0-2 with losses to Seminole 22-13, and then Duncanville and Dallas, Texas 44-0 in a tough matchup there. Viera is 0-1 with a loss to Satellite last week, 29-28 when they went up big at halftime. They got shut out in the second half by the Satellite defense. Again, we welcome everybody here to the Brevard Sports Network. We'll have 4 games tonight on the Brevard Sports Network. Right here we have Rockledge and Viera, then we have Heritage and Centennial, Satellite Melbourne, and the game of the week, the audio cast down in Fort Lauderdale, St. Thomas Aquinas and Cocoa. We got to talk about that one, obviously, before this game, because that is the big game, top 10 state matchup. Logan, what are you looking for out of the Cocoa Tigers today in order for them to pull out the big win?
Well, I think Brady Hart has to ride the high he had last week against that Venice team. I mean, he was wheeling and dealing. He got very comfortable playing pitch and catch with his 3 stud receivers, and I think you got to come out and do that. You know, that's what really led them to that victory, was being able to score points on a very solid Venice defense.
Yeah, you know, I think the defense can hold their own. I do think it's going to be down to the offense tonight. They have plenty of playmakers, great wide receivers, Bragg, Boggs, among others, Teeter as well. Defensively, again, we know we have the talent there. Up front, they have the talent. Running backs, they have talent. Brady Hart has talent, but he is kind of the cornerstone. I mean, that's the game of football right now. It's a quarterback game, so it is going to come down to Brady Hart, I believe. And can Cocoa contend much better this year than last year? Absolutely. But this is going to be an absolutely tough game for them going on the road to St. Thomas. And it'll be an audio-only cast with Alan Zlatarzinski and Anthony Knockreiner. As we get set to kick off, the Hawks will kick off to Rockledge. Again, as you said, 2 of the hungriest team, in my opinion, the 2 hungriest teams in Brevard County for a win. Rockledge starting 0-2 this season in tough fashion both ways. Viera hasn't won since October 22nd, 2021 against the St. Cloud Bulldogs. So it's been a long time coming for Viera. Could this be the day they get back in the win column? We'll just have to wait and see as we get set. Viera to kick off. That looks to be number 18. And the kick, they're going to go onside. It's muffed for a moment. And Rockledge, the second man, falls on it. And Rockledge will start an offense. DJ McCormick recovers it for Rockledge. And, well, Viera tried to shake it up early. And it almost worked out.
I like the start coming out, trying to see if you can catch him napping. The unfortunate part is DJ McCormick's one of the best, not just athletes on this Rockledge team, but in the county. That's exactly who was able to scoop that one up. I would have maybe gone to the other side if he could.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous. Whoever the first man was up front, it bounced off of his hands. And, Viera almost lucked out with it. But, you know, I don't hate the call. Try and catch Rockledge early. Now we see the Rockledge Raiders offense here trotting out. First down and 10, Rockledge. Great field position, though, at their own 47.
You can go empty to start the game, too.
Empty set here. 1 receiver near side. Stacked little trips on the far side. Actually, 2 receivers split to the near side, rather.
I can imagine you're going to see some sort of screen with the off coverage that you got here with Viera to one of those slots.
Traven Green in the gun now. Man in motion. They give to him. Jet sweep to start the game for Rockledge. Good block. Outside, down the sideline, still going. He's going to breaks 1 tackle. He's going to go all the way. see if they call him in. I think that is. Touchdown Rockledge on the first play of the game. 53-yard touchdown for Jaylen Hayward on the jet sweep from Traven Green, and what a start for Rockledge.
Yeah, Jackson, it's a simple game. You get your best athletes the ball as quickly as possible. You got the UCF commit streaking down the sideline, and, it's that simple. Hand it off to him on the jet sweep.
Jaylen Hayward goes 53 yards on the opening play of the game, and, well, we talked about Rockledge's offense needing to step up tonight, and, well, in one play they've done just that. Great blocks out front, and Hayward broke one tackle on his way down the sideline for the touchdown, and 18 seconds into the game, Rockledge with the lead.
Great blocking on the perimeter by those three receivers out the wide side of the field.
Jerry Valdez, extra point, is good.
Through.
It was wobbly, but it cut through that upright. And, well, 18 seconds in, Rockledge leading Viera 7-0. And, honestly, a little concern there for me because for Viera, I think a big key for them was going to be that defense. And I know it's only one play, but you want to see a little bit more on the ball there by the Viera linebackers.
Yeah, certainly not the start you want to get off to. I mean, you kick the onside kick. It's a gutsy decision, but it's not necessarily a wrong decision to start the game, see if you can catch a team napping. But you set this Rockledge team up with good field position, and when you have athletes like, the four-star Jaylen Hayward that they're able to just get on a nice little sweep, doesn't help.
Here to kick off is the Rockledge Raiders. Number 19 will handle the kickoff duty, Jerry Valdez. They'll kick off from their own 40-yard line here. Now we'll see if Viera's offense, how they do against a stout Rockledge defense. See how Chase Cromartie handles it. He's had a hot start to the year. Cromartie top 5 in passing yards in the county. He's had a good start. As the kickoff here by Valdez, going to be short. It's going to be received just inside the 25. Going to be returned by Viera. And just about to their own 35 goes the Hawks, as that was number 6 on the return. It looks like Eric Nelson. So the Hawks will take over first down and 10 at their own 34-yard line. And we'll see what Viera has offensively here. They looked good in the first half, as we mentioned, but last game against Satellite looked like two completely different games from half one to half number 2. First half, they were lighting it up. 4 touchdown passes for Chase Cromartie. In the second half, 0 points and a loss by 1 point. So we're going to see if Viera comes out playing like the first half or the second half today, and they got to stick to a 4 quarters game.
Yeah, they're probably going to come out throwing the football. That's what they did last week, and they had success with it.
Trips far side, Cromartie in the gun here. First down and 10. Handoff, pulls it, throwing over the middle. Good catch. Breaks a tackle down the middle of the field. Here goes Viera inside the 30, inside the 25. And they come out throwing off the play fake, and it's a big play from Cromartie to Jack Hancock. First down, Viera.
Yeah, Jackson, that's one of the most standard RPOs that we see in today's football. You're going to run the inside zone give with a slant out of the slot receiver behind it. And what that does is it sucks those linebackers up trying to defend the run, and there's nobody there to defend that slant. And as you can see, Hancock was able to get to the second level with ease, shake a tackle, and pick up a huge gain.
It's a gain of 42 yards for Viera. First down and 10 at the Rockledge 24. Raiders DBs pressing now on the line of scrimmage. Cromartie play fake again. Throwing over the middle to Hancock. It's high, but it's hauled in for a gain of about 4 more there. I like the start out of Viera so far throwing the football.
Yeah, that's another RPO that they kind of built off that. They were expecting him to run the slant. Linebacker stayed in place. Instead, he kind of stopped on it, ran a quick little curl route or hook route. I don't know if that's a choice or an option route at Hancock, but you'd like to see Cromartie get it out a little quicker. You don't need to double clutch that, but still a positive gain, and the Hawks are moving.
Second down and 6, or now 5 for Viera inside the American Air and Plumbing red zone at the Rockledge 19-yard line. Cromartie in the gun, second down and 5. Drops back, blitz coming hard. Cromartie stepping up in the pocket. He's just going to slide down. Picks up about 2 or 3 there. Good job getting down and avoiding the big hit there, and it's going to bring up third down and short for Viera.
He scores if he goes to the left. The receivers had completely cleared out the secondary. Nobody was on that side of the field. If he had seen that left side, he's still running.
It's going to be something to watch. Rockledge bringing pressure there, and it got through immediately. And it's going to be third down and 2 for Viera at the Rockledge 17-yard line as the Hawks look to continue this drive down the field. Third down.
Wildcat look.
Wildcat up the middle, breaks a tackle, pushing forward, and Viera still carrying the pile, and we'll see where they mark him. First down, Viera. As that was
Noah Renez, number 8.
Noah Renez there with a big play. First down and 10. Viera at the Rockledge 12-yard line, and well, they go against the pass for the first time in the game, and it goes well for Viera.
Well, I love the decision there. I mean, if you know, Cromartie's a heck of an athlete, but he's a pass-first quarterback. Get somebody in there that can run and kind of bulldoze their way in and make the Rockledge defense account for all 11 offensive players.
First down and 10. Viera still inside the red zone. Handoff up the middle, breaking one tackle. It's going to be game about 1 or 2. Rockledge with a better push up front. That was Ryan Bubar with his first carry of the night.
And a good tackle by Malik Parker, the defensive tackle there. That he could have scored it through the second level there if he didn't come down with that tackle.
That'll bring up second down now for Viera. Second down and 8 at the Rockledge 10-yard line. As the Hawks continue to move their opening drive down the field here, 8.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Rockledge with a 7-0 lead off a one-play touchdown drive of 53 yards. Second down and 8 coming for Viera. At the Rockledge 10, Cromartie in the gun, 2 receivers either side. Cromartie drops, flushed out, lofting one, and that's just a throwaway there.
Yeah, they were trying to set up a screen to the boundary, and Rockledge's defense did a really good job there of diagnosing that screen and retracing their steps and getting to the screen, man. Cromartie was really left no choice other than throw that one out.
As that's going to bring up third down and 8 for Viera at the Rockledge 10. You're having as great of a drive as you are. Field goal would be decent on an opening drive. I think if you're Viera, especially in a game like this against Rockledge, you only are looking for a touchdown.
I think 3 is a moral victory here. You definitely want 6 if you're Viera.
Third down and 8 for Viera. Cromartie throwing over the middle, just overthrown as he got drilled. Looking for his receiver, number 6, Eric Nelson.
Yeah, just led him a little bit too far there. He had him. He had the inside step on him.
And that's going to bring up fourth down and 8. And Viera. We've got a few comments about the audio. It sounds good on our stream, but continue to give us updates if it is persistent. Field goal try by Viera, no good. And on a great opening drive on the 27-yard field goal, it is no good for Viera. And Rockledge will take over deep inside their own territory. And now you look at that great opening drive and you see 0 points on the board. That is not what you want to see if you are Viera.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jackson. That one kind of just got a little away from him. A little bit of a draw right there at the end into this wind and kind of pushed it out to the left. You know, unfortunate after a good display of passing and a little bit of running there on that first drive. And you definitely want to score as often as you can against this Raider team.
First down and 10, Rockledge. Yeah, they're going to move them forward. They called it a touchback there. So Rockledge will start at their own 20-yard line here for drive number 2. Their opening drive, one play, 53 yards, and a touchdown run by Jaylen Hayward. First down and 10, Rockledge at their own 20-yard line here. Start drive number 2, quick throw, Traven Green out. It's a screen, and good block setting up again, and that's going to be a one-play first down for Rockledge on a gain of 17.
It's going to come back. There was a hold on the receiver, Chase Vickers. I'm laughing because the ref hit him with the flag on accident. But, yeah, he got it. He got his hands in there, and defensive back was trying to make a play to the ball, and you could see the outstretched arms. It's the right call.
O'Galley 8-0 already over Winter Haven. That was one of the games last night on the preview show we were focusing on because that could be a close game. O'Galley missing a key player in that one, but they've jumped out to an early lead, showing that they are making an impact and a statement there offensively. They're another team that we're looking for a little bit more offensively, so an 8-0 lead early is good on a solid Winter Haven team. Holding call backs them up. First down and 12 for Rockledge at their own 18-yard line. Green in the gun with one back. Turns hands off up the middle, breaking some tackles at the line to gain, carrying defenders. A hard power and run for Rockledge, and that's going to be a gain of about 10. That's going to bring up second down and short.
It's actually going to be backed up another 10. They just got him for another holding there.
Rockledge self-inflicted mistakes here early on.
At least I assume it's a hold.
No,
Oh, it's
face
a face
mask
mask
on Viera, never mind. And that's going to be a mistake on the Hawks. And I kind of wonder why you would grab the face mask there. That was like a pile of guys to bring him down. I don't know why you would have reached for the face mask there, but regardless.
Well, sometimes it's accidental. You get a pile of guys, you're reaching your arm in there, you accidentally grab it. There's no discrepancy in high school. It's always going to be the 15-yard variety.
And that's first down and 10, Rockledge. And they're trying to run it up the middle. He's getting pushed way back. It'll be whistled dead. They ran it to number 24 there for the Raiders. That is Jaylen Bradley. And that's going to make it second down and 14 for Rockledge back at their own 30-yard line.
Yeah,
good defense.
Looked like 45, the linebacker there, James Olson coming through on the blitz. And Rockledge is lucky they got that handoff off, and Tyrone Green was able to cede the ball to the ball carrier because that was a well-timed blitz.
Second down and 14 for Rockledge at their own 30 here. 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Rockledge with the lead. Tyrone Green calling out to his team. Trips near side. He's going to run an option here. Green keeps it up the middle for a gain of 4. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Only third down and 10 coming for, or they're going to give him 5. Third down and 9 for Rockledge at their own 35.
Yeah, this is good complimentary ball by Viera here. You know, you weren't able to come away with points in that last drive. Defense bowing up quite a bit. See if they can get off the field.
Third down and 9 for Rockledge at their own 35-yard line. Similar formation here. Trips near side. One receiver far. And we got whistles. And the first time out of the half here for the Rockledge Raiders with 5:50 to go in the first quarter. It is 7-0 Viera. We'd like to thank our first sponsor of the night, American Air and Plumbing, Brevard's go-to pros for Florida Tough AC and Plumbing Services, and proud sponsor of the Brevard Sports Network, Florida Tough Player of the Month. Trust American Air and Plumbing for fast AC repairs or rugged AC systems like their Florida edition that's built to withstand our brutal Florida climate, or the revolutionary Daikin AC with rebates up to $1,800 and warranties up to 12 years. AmericanAirandPlumbing.com is where you'll find them online. They've been serving Brevard since 1942. Got another score update. Cypress Creek up over MCC 7-0. Apologize there. Just trying to fix the camera. Third down and 9 for Viera. Or Rockledge at their own 35. Green drops, airing it out deep. Has a man, one-on-one. Good breakup defensively by Viera. Number 14, Robbie Ale in coverage.
That was the wrong read, in my opinion. You had 9, the tight end, Channing Claybaugh, the Melbourne transfer, just streaking down the seam there, wide open. Kind of locked in on Lorenzo Bell there. And
yeah, that's honestly, I saw him streaking down the field. Almost thought that's who they were going to for a moment there, but incomplete. Good breakup by Ale.
Yeah, great play on the ball.
And it's now going to force a Rockledge punt. 4th down and 9 at their own 35. Their first drive is a one-play touchdown. This time, it's a good stop by the Viera Hawks. Going to force a punt here. Another score update: Palm Bay 7, Harmony nothing. So hot start for Dan Burke's Pirates. And this one, the punt for Rockledge, number 19, Jerry Valdez, for the first time tonight. Valdez gets the snap. Punt. Solid one there, but it's going short, and it's going to bounce out of bounds at about the Viera 38. So solid field position for the Hawks to start drive number 2. Their first drive got all the way down to the Rockledge 10, which is where the good news ends on that drive, as they missed a field goal and got no points there. So if Viera can replicate that, they should be able to get another shot to get a score on the board on this drive. 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 7-0 is the lead for Rockledge.
Yeah, and I liked what Viera was doing offensively there on that first drive, kind of RPOing, dinking and dunking, picking up big plays where they could. And just got to capitalize. Your defense made a big stop on you, and I know this Rockledge defense is very good.
Early score update as well. St. Thomas Aquinas 7, Cocoa nothing. So a hot start for the Raiders in that one. as are the Raiders here at Rockledge, leading 7-0. Chase Cromartie drops back, flushed out to the near side here. Has time to throw. Here comes the blitz. And that one will be just thrown away by Cromartie. Waited until the last minute there. Blitz coming by number 21. Again, number 21 on the blitz there. Dario Clark. I think that was a QB spy there, and I think he just eventually bit once Cromartie had ran all the way to the sideline.
Yeah, well, you teach your linebackers if the quarterback's going to start scrambling, one of those guys has got to bomb, the other guy's got to replace, and that's exactly what happened there. Kind of forced the throw, make the quarterback make a decision. Nobody was open downfield. Credit to Rockledge's secondary there covering up that scramble drill.
2nd down and 10 for Viera at their own 35-yard line. Cromartie in the gun, trips to the near side for the Hawks. Second down and 10. Cromartie turns, hands off up the middle. Bubar on the carry, and he's only going to get, well, we'll see if they mark him with forward progression. He ran about 2 yards forward and then a lot back. Ryan Bubar on the carry. They do give him the forward progression of 2 yards, as they should there, so it's going to be 3rd down and 8, though, for Viera at their own 37-yard line. Definitely expecting a pass here with under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, and you can't really work your RPO game in this situation. It's almost got to be a straight drop back here. You can't work any kind of play action either. I don't think Rockledge would be expecting you to run the football, so see what happens.
3rd down and 8. Viera at their own 37-yard line. Cromartie dropping back, has time, airing it out down the sideline, has his receiver, it's caught, and he stayed in bounds. 1st down, Viera. What a throw by Chase Cromartie.
Boy, he dropped that one in a bucket, didn't he? That was well covered. You simple cover 2, you had a corner underneath and a safety coming over the top, and Cromartie put it in the only place where it should have gone and right into the receiver's hands.
Eric Nelson with a huge gain. 1st down, Viera at the Rockledge 35, and what a throw by Chase Cromartie.
Yeah, he can make all the throws. He's got all the arm talent in the world. I mean, you saw it right there.
1st down and 10, Viera at the Rockledge 35. Once again, driving into Rockledge territory. Cromartie drops, has a screen. That's where he'll go to the out, into the flats, turning up the field. That's going to be a gain of about 5. Solid pitch and catch there to Javon Cooper. They'll bring up 2nd and 5.
That'll work. Looks like they had slants on the outside, underneath receiver, running a little bubble screen. Let those slants clear out the corner and the overhang and pick up what you can. Good play design.
Viera continuing to move the ball nicely on the Rockledge defense here. 4:15 to go in the first quarter. 2nd down and 5. Viera at the Rockledge 30. Cromartie in the gun, trips near side once again. 2nd and 5, high snap, Cromartie brings it down, turns, gives, I believe that was Bubar on the carry again. He'll surge forward for a solid gain there. Ryan Bubar again with a run. The score 7-0 in favor of Rockledge here with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. But it's 3rd down and 2, Viera at the Rockledge 27-yard line. And this is going to be another drive. You got to capitalize here for Viera. We said that the first time they got to the 10 and didn't. Now you're driving again into Rockledge territory. Viera's got to get some points on the board on this drive.
Well, I think this is 2-down territory. You got 2 plays to get 2 yards.
Definitely. 3rd down and 2 for Viera. At the Rockledge 27, that's movement. I think that was all Rockledge unless I missed some movement on Viera, and I did not. Offsides on Rockledge. We don't have to worry about 2-down territory now as that's 5 yards. 1st down, Viera on the 5-yard penalty by Rockledge. That's going to make it 1st down and 10. Viera at the Rockledge 22-yard line, knocking on the door.
Yeah, now, as a defensive line coach, that makes you grit your teeth. You can't give up the free ones like that.
Knocking on the door, the Nick Farinello red zone. 1st down and 10, Viera at the Rockledge 22-yard line. Yeah, that one, it almost looked like the whole defensive line jumped.
Oh, they did.
1st down and 10, Viera at the Rockledge 22. Cromartie in the gun, dropping back. Cromartie looking, throwing to the near side, has his man open, down the sideline, cutting back. Trying to break a tackle. He's got a hold of his jersey there to pull him back and bring him down. Javon Cooper again on the reception. seems like most of these plays are leaving one receiver there on a screen for Cromartie to, have an option no matter what, and they've used it to perfection there again. Now inside the Nick Farinella red zone, second down and 6 on a gain of 4 for Viera at the Rockledge 18-yard line.
Yeah, that was the same play they ran to the other side of the field. You're just clearing out that corner and overhang there and just having a bubble screen with all sorts of room, and you're going to take what the defense is giving you.
Second straight drive for Viera that they enter the red zone here, this time looking to get a touchdown or any points on the board. The score 7-0 in favor of Rockledge. Second down and 6 now for Viera. Cromartie, play fake, throwing over the middle. It's caught by Hancock, flagged down. They might have just got Rockledge for roughing the passer at the end of the play, as Cromartie might have got hit late. I didn't see him, but I saw the flag in the backfield.
I think that's exactly what it's going to be. He was on the ground. You had 2 Rockledge Raiders standing above him, so.
And that's going to make it half distance to the goal. If so, it'll be a Viera first down inside the 10-yard line. Got a score update. Coco responds quickly. St. Thomas leading 7-6. Personal foul. There it is on Rockledge. It's roughing the passer. First down, Viera. Now it's going to be first down and goal for Viera at the Rockledge 7-yard line. And, well, if the 10-yard line last drive wasn't a good enough opportunity, now you got first and goal at the 7.
Yeah, you got to make something happen here if you're Viera. You got all the way down there on your own merit last time. You started with good field position on this drive, picked up a couple key penalties, and moved the ball well. You definitely want to reward your offense here.
Under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Cromartie in the gun with Bubar. Drops back. Cromartie. High throw. It's hauled in. Touchdown Viera from 7 yards out. As Chase Cromartie finds his receiver. I believe that was number 0, Zach Pillow. As the Cromartie to Pillow connection for the first time tonight goes for a 7-yard touchdown. And where Viera came up empty last drive inside the 10, this time they bunch it in from 7 yards out. And they're an extra point away from tying this game up with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, he missed him on the slant route last time when they were down there. That time he put it high and inside or outside, right where Pillow can get it. He's got that long frame, and we got ourselves a ball game, Jackson.
And the kick is good, and with a 1:33 to go in the first quarter, 7-7 between Viera and Rockledge. And now you immediately look back to that opening drive for Viera. You're more than happy to be tied up in this one, but could have had the lead here. But on the better side of that, or the more optimistic side, you've been inside the Rockledge 10 on both of your first drives on a very good Rockledge defense. I got to say, Viera impressing to start.
Yeah, this is going to sound like a weird take, and I don't know how true it is, but I think not scoring on that first drive kind of lit a spark under Viera's defense and said, well, we need to get our offense the ball back because, they've shown they can move the ball on this defense, and, the more opportunities we give them, the better it'll be.
And now Rockledge is going to get the ball back here. Their first 2 drives, 53-yard touchdown and a punt. As Viera will not go the onside kick this time. It's kind of a sky kick there, high up in the air. Rockledge with a shot to return, trying to reverse the field. He has that side of the field open, trying to bounce outside, still going. And he's going to run it out of bounds just before the 50-yard line. And a good return there by number 6, Damari Jenkins.
Yeah, and I think it's clear they don't want to kick it deep. There's some world-class athletes lurking deep there, but I think the idea was to pooch it up in the air and maybe get your coverage team down there to stop a big return. And unfortunately for Viera, this Rockledge team has world-class athletes on the B-line as well.
Yeah, that one's mostly just get it up in the air so when they do catch it, you have your kick team has plenty of time to go be there when he catches it. First down and 10, Rockledge at their own 45-yard line. Good field position here for drive number 3 of the game. Traven Green, turn, give up the middle. Good burst of speed here, breaking a tackle, still going. And he'll finally be wrapped up and brought down, but that's going to be a good gain of about 16 on the carry by number 24. Again, that's Jaylen Bradley. First down, Rockledge.
Yeah, that was a good hard run there by Bradley. Doesn't look very big, but running through tackles out there, getting into the second level, making plays, and that's exactly what this Rockledge offense needed after their last drive.
Palm Bay, hot start over Harmony tonight, 16-0 for the Pirates. Coming off a tough loss to Heritage last week. First down and 10, Rockledge at the Viera 38-yard line. Traven Green throwing the screen here to the outside. That one was short As the pressure was coming, Green doesn't get it to him, and there's a flag down at the line of scrimmage. This may be a hold.
No, it's going to be an illegal man downfield.
Either way, it's on Rockledge, which is a tough break.
77 was climbing to the backer there. He was about 4 or 5 yards up the field.
Number 77, Ashton Davis.
Oh, it is a hold.
It is a hold. Never mind, they're on Rockledge. That's going to back them up 10 yards. First down and 20 coming up. And that's, I believe, either their second or third holding penalty. I think they're second of the game.
Yeah, second holding penalty of the game. And that's, holding. It's a drive killer, man. First and 10 is tough enough as it is. But when you double it.
Yeah, these penalties hurting Rockledge on these drives. First down and 20 now for Rockledge at the Viera 49-yard line. Traven Green in the gun once again. Trips far side. Handoff up the middle. Breaking through. Hard run. Breaking a tackle down the sideline. Here goes Rockledge. Blocker in front. He is gone. Into the end zone. Touchdown Rockledge. Jaylen Hayward with his second of the night already. And it's a 49-yard touchdown run for Hayward. And the Raiders take the lead.
That was a heck of a run by Hayward, but we need to shout out Lorenzo Bell out there, getting in front of that blocker, or defender, becoming the lead blocker, and getting his hands on that secondary player and allowing Hayward to score. Heck of a team effort there. And what another run by the UCF commit.
Absolutely. A great start for Hayward, and great blocking by Rockledge there to make that one happen. 13-7 now pending the extra point from Jerry Valdez.
Uh-oh.
And muffs the snap, ball on the ground. Valdez is going to go down hard. And obviously the conversion then no good. So trouble with the snap, and Rockledge will take the 6-point lead now. 13-7 with 35 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Jackson, I'm smelling a shootout.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good game for sure. As once again, I'd like to thank our other sponsor tonight, Nick Farinella with Caldwell Banker Realty. We'll give you the full rundown on sponsor at the quarter break here in 35 seconds, but we'll see what we can get out of the kickoff here, and possibly a play or two out of the Hawks offense, which is driven inside the 10-yard line. Both of their drives in the first quarter. Cocoa Beach leading Pearson Taylor 7-0, which is as Coach Waldrop's group at Cocoa Beach looking to have a big turnaround game after a tough loss last week. And an 0-2 start. As Jerry Valdez getting set to kick off here for Rockledge. 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. 13-7, Rockledge with the lead. Thanks to 2 touchdowns by Jaylen Hayward. And the kick is away. And it's going to be returned here by Viera inside their 15-yard line. Cutting up field. Pass to 25 down the sideline. Breaking free. And that's a big return by Viera, number 14, Robbie Ale. And a solid return there of about 30. And Viera will take over in good field position at their own 44-yard line.
Jackson, we've seen some good offense so far in this game, but really the kickoff teams are not doing their defenses any favor. It seems like both teams have been starting with really a good field position on every single one of their drives.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen some good returns, some shorter kicks as well. As now Viera takes over in good field position, 26 seconds to go in the first half. First down and 10, Hawks at their own 44-yard line. They trail by 6. Cromartie in the gun. Turn, give. No, it's a keeper, and Cromartie goes down for a loss of 4. Getting in there, I believe, was number 8 for Rockledge, Jaquay McFadden.
Yeah, that was another one of those RPOs, but he kind of clutched. They took away that pass and really had nowhere to go with the ball. McFadden got in there relatively quickly and stopped that from the beginning. And
that's going to run out our first quarter here at the Hawks Nest at Viera. It's a good game so far, 13-7. Rockledge on top thanks to 2 Jaylen Hayward touchdown runs of 53 and 49 yards. And it's a 6-point Raiders lead. As I said, we'll tell you about our sponsor now, Nick Farinella from Caldwell Banker Realty. Is a Brevard County native who knows the area and believes that half a day's work is 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Let Nick's experience in over 2,000 sales and 30-plus years work for you. No one knows this area better. Corporate relocation waterfront specialist. He works from North Merritt Island to the South Beaches with over 30-plus years of experience. Nick's experience equals results. And at Caldwell Banker Realty, they are motivated by 2 ideals: dedication Dedication to vision and purpose in action. Nick is a multi-million-dollar club member, Centurion Agent Award, and Caldwell Banker Realty International President's Elite member, and a top 3% of NRT sales associates nationwide. Call Nick today at 321-543-1685 or online at www.nicksre.com. You know, my takeaways from the first quarter here is Viera coming out swinging, and they're looking for a big win tonight, and they're playing really good offensively.
Oh, they're a hungry football team. That's what happens when you get hungry. You do whatever's possible to move the football. And you could say the same thing about Rockledge offensively. We kind of live and died off the big plays, but the big plays have worked.
Second down and 14 now for Viera at their own 40-yard line off the sack by McFadden. Cromartie drops back, 2nd and 14, flushed out of the pocket. Cromartie looking to run here. And he'll run out of bounds after a gain of about 3. That's going to bring up 3rd down and long. We'll see if Viera can continue moving down the field, or if Rockledge is going to get a big stop here and force a 3 and out.
Yeah, those defensive ends for Rockledge are really bearing on. Cromartie early on after the snap kind of shot out like a rocket there. And, again, like, the last drive we saw them in a similar situation, 3rd and long. They're going to have to go to their drop-back passing game, and Cromartie delivered a strike last time. See if he can replicate it.
3rd down and 12 for Viera now at their own 42-yard line here. As we'll see if Rockledge can force a big 3 and out here. 3rd down and 12. In the gun is Cromartie again. Trips near side. Definitely looking past. They'll bring it. Cromartie throws the screen. Now got a long way to run down the sideline, and he's going to go down after a short gain. That's Javon Cooper for the 3rd time on that screen pass. It's a solid play on a 1st or 2nd down on a 3rd and 12. Not, I think, the look they wanted, but it was kind of their last resort there. It gets them a gain of about 6. It's going to bring up 4th down and 7.
Well, credit to Rockledge's defense and their defense coordinator. They were in man the last couple of times that they ran that, and that's what cleared out that overhang in the corner, so that would open up. They were in more of a cover 4 look there, and the overhang was responsible for the flats, and that's why he was able to come down and stop that game play from a big gain.
4th down and 7 for Viera, and for the first time tonight, we will see the punt unit for the Hawks from their own 47-yard line. Viewers coming in from Canada.
Welcome, buddy.
And thanks for the broadcast, and it's always a pleasure. The punt will get away here, end over end, bouncing down. It's going to kind of take a backspin and then starts rolling Viera's way. Inside the 20 is where Rockledge will be placed for 1st and 10 at their own 18. And a score update, mighty intriguing, Logan. Cocoa 9, St. Thomas 7.
Hey now, I said that game was going to be a lot closer than what it was last year.
Undoubtedly.
I did not see it going that way, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I think the key to a game like that is starting quick, and that's what Coco's doing. And, if you just have to start early, and it's much easier. Any sport, any team will tell you, it's much easier to hold a lead than come back, even if it's a 7-0, 3-0 game. It's even harder to come back than just being up 3-0, or in their case, being up by 2 early.
It's easier to hold on to a lead than it is to try and crawl your way back in one.
1st down and 10, Rockledge at their own 20, handoff. Jaylen Bradley trying to get around the edge. Good job by Viera pushing back, and he'll go for no gain or a loss there. Robbie Aylen on the play. Good defense by Viera for no gain. Force him out of bounds. 2nd down and 10 coming for Rockledge at their own 21-yard line.
And I think Rockledge's best success so far has just been running in between the tackles.
Yeah.
Let Bradley, find some space, do a little jump cut here or there, and burst into the 2nd level.
2nd down and 10. Rockledge at their own 21-yard line. Snap brings it down, handoff up the gut, breaking free again. There goes Rockledge down the middle of the field. It's a foot race, 1-on-1 to the end zone. They're not going to catch him. No flags, touchdown Rockledge.
Guess who?
Jaylen Hayward with a hat trick, 3rd touchdown of the game. This one goes 79 yards, and Rockledge extends their lead with 9:59 to go in the first half. And nobody's stopping Jaylen Hayward tonight.
No, he's definitely got 150 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns, and we are
3 touchdowns.
about 3 minutes into the 2nd quarter. So
Jaylen Hayward touchdown runs of 53, 49, and 79 yards.
That's an impressive athlete, Jackson.
That's at least 140 rushing yards on those 3 carries. If I don't remember if he's had more than those 3 carries, but I know he has 3 touchdowns.
He's touched the ball 3 times.
So, well, at least 140 rushing yards, 3 carries, 3 touchdowns for Jaylen Hayward. UCF and Coach Gus Malzahn have them an athlete. The extra point is no good that time, so back-to-back extra points not working out for Rockledge, but they do have a 12-point lead. It's 19-7. Rockledge leading Viera with 9:59 to go in the second quarter. And, well, I thought we were going to see more of a defensive game. Both these teams, I think we thought their main strength was defense, but it is the complete opposite today. And, shootout.
I kind of expected a shootout, especially with the way Viera came out swinging against Satellite last week. They came out swinging this week. They've moved the ball relatively well, and Rockledge has athletes on that offense as well. We haven't really seen Traven Green's arm as much. It's been more so, let's hand the ball to our 4-star and let him make plays. And you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Hayward, the UCF commit, and UCF's now a Power 5 program in the Big 12. I mean, we've seen now 4 Brevard County players go to UCF here in the last few weeks as Coach Gus Malzahn finally doing what I think all colleges in the state of Florida should be dipping into this Brevard County market. UCF's taking advantage. As Viera, we're going to get a chance to return for their own 15. That's a block return. Setting up, and they'll get them up past the 35. Another good return by Viera as well. On the return is number 6, I believe, which is Eric Nelson. And Viera's going to take over another drive. And, their offense has looked good with 7 points in 3 drives, and their defense struggling to stop Rockledge. It's kind of putting them in a position where they got to score points.
Well, my coach used to say a team like Rockledge, you definitely don't want them to get into a feeding frenzy, and you kind of hope for Viera's sake that they haven't started this feeding frenzy with the flurry of points they've just put on. Had a big defensive stop on the last drive, another big play touchdown by their playmaker, and if I'm Viera, I'm getting back to my roots, going back to the Dinkin and Duncan. It's worked, it's moved the ball down the field, and it's opened up the ability to make a big play.
First down and 10. Viera handoff up the middle, and that one's going to go for a loss to Bubar. Flying in there on the tackle is number 28, J.J. Silberzahn. Was their leading tackler last week, I believe, or I think on the season entirely as well. 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. 19-7 is the lead for Rockledge. And there's going to be a 2nd and 12 coming up now for Viera. Second down and 12. Cromartie, handoff right up the middle. Bubar, good blocks. And that's just a good acceleration right off the ball there to get him about 7 or 8. And that's going to make it 3rd down and short for Viera.
Yeah, good solid run there by Bubar. He had an opportunity to cut to the left, but big DJ McCormick was standing right there, did a great job putting his foot in the dirt and picking up what he could get, set up a 3rd and very manageable.
Ticeville hot start over celebration, 21-0. The Terriers looking to advance to 3-0. 3rd down and 3 for Viera at their own 42-yard line. Chase Cromartie in the gun. 8.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Cromartie got to get the play off here. 3rd down and 2. Handoff up the middle. Bubar pushing, and he's going to be right down, I think, an inch or 2 short. No, they give Viera the first down on the run by Ryan Bubar. He'll pick up just enough, 3 yards, and that's all they need. First down, Viera at their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, that was all second effort and grit and will to pick up that first down by Bubar.
I tell you, with that rain that came through earlier, this is the best it's felt since probably April.
Jackson, we're inside and it's cold.
Yeah.
This breeze is coming through this window. No, the breeze is coming through the window, and I'm regretting not bringing my jacket up here.
No, I'm loving it. I'm savoring this until, late October, early November when we'll see this again. First down and 10. Viera at their own 45 off the 3rd down carry by Bubar. They give right back to him. Bubar up the middle, and he'll pick up about 3 that time. Bubar's got a good break on the ball. When he gets the ball, you get that quick acceleration. So even if you're met at the line of scrimmage, you can carry that momentum for 3 yards every time.
Yeah, they're working just a simple split zone there. You have the H-back that they've had in the last couple of plays coming across formation and kicking out the defensive end and kind of opens up the running lanes in the inside. And Bubar's doing a pretty good job of just picking up what the defense is giving them.
It's a gain of about 4, 2nd and 6 for Viera at their own 49. Another drive moving a lot better. We saw their first 2 drives move well. Their last drive before this was a 3-and-out, and now they're kind of back to moving the ball down the field well, but they still on their own side of the field for 2nd down and 6 at their own 49-yard line. Second down and 6, Cromartie in the gun. 2 receivers far, 1 near for the Hawks in this set. High snap, they bring it down, hand off to Bubar again. Good effort, and Bubar, I think, might have got him another first down there. We'll see where they said his knee was down.
Yeah, they're going to mark him short, and I thought he was closer to the first down on that one than he was on the last third down.
I agree. I thought he stumbled forward before the knee dragged the ground. They're going to give him.
They called him.
Going to give him 5. 3rd down and 1. Nope. It's going to be 3rd inches. Yeah, I mean, it's on the line to gain.
The yard marker and where the actual ball. Okay, there we go.
Trying to figure it out. Now it's still 3rd and inches for Viera at the Rockledge 45.5-yard line.
I'd hand it back off to Bubar.
Handoff. Ryan Bubar up the middle. First down, Viera on a gain of about 2 or 3 more. And again, here goes Viera down the field into Rockledge territory. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Well, I think Viera's doing a great job of speeding this game up right now, and they're going to get a referee's timeout. They're doing a great job speeding that game up right now, running the football, picking up 2 here, 3 here, 6 here. And Bubar's doing an excellent job of just kind of tunneling into the teeth of that defense and picking up what he can, and it's, staying ahead of the chains.
Here are the water breaks, quick score updates across the county. Arguably the 2 most impressive teams to start the season. Merritt Island leading Astronaut 13-0, and Holy Trinity leading Palm Beach Christian 14-0. As I think Brogan McNabb has been arguably the strongest player in the county to start these first 2 weeks for a Holy Trinity quarterback. More score updates. Cocoa Beach leads Pearson Taylor 14-0, and Pine Ridge over Space Coast 13-0.
Yeah, I mean, if statistically speaking, I mean, he's piling up touchdowns. I mean, the kid knows how to get into the end zone. He's doing it in a variety of ways. He's taking off and running for big games. He's chucking the ball around the yard. And
he's looking to advance Holy Trinity to 3-0 here.
I think he's only a sophomore, too, isn't he?
He's either a sophomore or junior. He's definitely not a senior. I know that for sure.
I think he's a sophomore, which is impressive.
I'll believe it. First down and 10, Viera at the Rockledge 42-yard line. Handoff up the middle to Bubar. It looked like the ball came free there on the hit, and Rockledge has it, and it's a turnover forced by the Rockledge defense. Scooped up by number 9, Shannon Clayball. First down, Rockledge at their own 43-yard line. And I was wondering when we were going to see a turnover by either of these teams, when someone would make a mistake there, and they've gone to Bubar however many times in a row, and that time the ball gets popped out on the first hit, and it's first down Rockledge.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a gamble there going that many times in a row. Running back gets a little tired, and I don't know that that's what happened, but I think play action sort of pass would have been well-timed in that situation after running the ball coming in after the referee's timeout, and now your defense is going to have to make a play.
First down and 10, Rockledge at their own 45. High snap, turn, give, Jaylen Bradley. Bradley breaking free. It's a foot race again. Cutting behind his blocker. There's a flag down. And we'll see if this one comes back. That's a big run by Jaylen Bradley for a gain of 30. But a flag is down there at about the 40-yard line.
How about some credit to the back judge just launching that flag? That was one of the better passes we've seen tonight. We've seen some good passes.
Yeah. It's a credit to the ref.
He launched that thing. That thing went like 20 yards. Guy's been practicing in the backyard.
MCC gets on the board against Cypress Creek. They trail 14-6 now. As we're going to have to see what the call is here. I think you see Rockledge kind of marching back here. And the 30-yard run will come back. Another hold for Rockledge, and that has been an issue here in the first half. If I had to point out the one thing that they need to work on is the holding.
Yeah, well, their second drive, it negated that drive. It put a stop to that drive. They were able to overcome it on the next drive, or one of the next drives, when they got a big play out of Hayward. And that running game's clicking right now.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Rockledge.
I
I'll
don't
tell you
think
that
they
much.
should go to the pass unless they really
I don't think you need to. You don't need to.
Jaylen Bradley and Jaylen Hayward, the two Jaylens, are absolutely lighting it up from the backfield. That's a holding penalty for a gain of 6. First down and 4 for Rockledge at the Viera 49. It's a 6-yard plus penalty, and that's going to be an offsides on Viera. So now it's going to be first down and 10 Rockledge at the Viera 44. It's a little jumpy for Noah Renez there. First down Rockledge at the Viera 44-yard line here, under 6 minutes to go in the first half. First down and 10, Rockledge. Travon Green in the gun at the 50-yard line. The score is 19-7, Rockledge. Play fake, Green rolling out left. Green going to try and keep it. Breaks one tackle. He'll go out of bounds after a gain of about 2 or 3.
Well, that was a bad snap. He wasn't able to get the handoff off, and that's Travon Green just doing what he can there.
And he gets out of bounds. They're going to mark him no gain. Second down and 10 for Rockledge at the Viera 44-yard line. Again, the score 19-7 Rockledge. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half as Rockledge has scored a touchdown on all 3 of their drives to start this game.
I think there's a issue with the chain, perhaps.
Yeah, we got a stoppage on the field for a moment.
Or they had to bring somebody out, maybe equipment problem.
Jaylen Bradley coming out of the game.
Yeah, it was a stoppage by the referee. It wasn't a timeout.
Yeah, as they bring him back to play here. Second down and 10 for Rockledge at the Viera 44 off the fumble recovered by Rockledge.
Shoot, he almost jumped again.
Yeah. Low snap, Green brings it up, handoff up the middle, breaking tackles. There he goes again for the first down. For the first time tonight, not a touchdown, but it's still a first down by Jaylen Hayward for a gain of about 12 or 13. First down, Rockledge.
Yeah, counter. They pulled a guard and they pulled that H back into the hole, provide a lead block for Hayward. And
he brought the spin cycle somewhere in there.
Yeah, he sure did. There's a couple times we've seen him do that tonight. Malzahn might want to think about putting him at tailback.
Yeah. First down and 10. Rockledge at the Viera 30-yard line.
Uh-oh.
High snap, ball on the ground. Green trying to make something out of a broken play. Just going to flick it. There's a man there, and somehow they're going to get yards out of this. And a solid 5 on first down after Travon Green ran back about 20 yards just trying to get himself gathered.
Yeah, bad snap. That was a run play, by the way. That wasn't supposed to be passed. That was a great job by Lorenzo Bell, understanding what's going on in the backfield and just kind of staying behind the line of scrimmage. Because if he had thrown that past the line of scrimmage, we would have got an illegal man downfield. So staying behind the line of scrimmage and providing his quarterback an outlet and able to make a negative into a positive.
That's how I always say you can tell if you have a great quarterback or a good quarterback is throw him into a broken play and see if they can make it out of it. And there you see it perfectly executed by Travon Green. Second down and 6, handoff up the middle. Jaylen Bradley bouncing, cutting up the field, carrying some defenders. He's still on his feet. Jaylen Bradley tripping, stumbling to the 2-yard line. And Bradley refusing to go down. That's going to be a gain of about 25. First and goal, Rockledge.
Yeah, that run game has really came alive. We kind of wore this Viera defense down so far, and you got to imagine they're probably going to punch this one in.
They're going to hurry up here. First down and goal, Rockledge at the Viera 3-yard line. Travon Green in the gun, turn, give, Jaylen Bradley up the middle, and he walks in. Touchdown, Rockledge from 3 yards out as Jaylen Bradley finishes it off for his first touchdown of the night. And with 3:55 to go in the first half, Rockledge 4 for 4 on touchdown drives.
Yeah, and really the only pass we saw there was off of a broken play. They're just establishing this run game, and it's working for them. I think they're going to go for 2 here to try and make up that one extra point. I think they should
put them back up to a 20-point lead instead of 19, which that's just, I guess, a more odd number to.
Although 25-7 is fun.
Yeah, scoregami. Here's the 2-point conversion attempt by Rockledge. A lot of movement. I think Rockledge went first that time.
Yeah, they did. They jumped. That whole right side of the line just jumped.
False start on Rockledge. It backs them up. We'll see if they still stick with a 2-point conversion. I think they will. Another major score update. Cocoa 16, St. Thomas 7.
Wow. Listen, I hate to bet against a Brevard team, and I thought St. Thomas Aquinas would win that in a close one, but it sounds like Cocoa has really established himself down there in Broward County.
I think I lost a lot of the Cocoa faithful last night picking against them, which they can tell me I'm wrong all night if they win. Throw over the middle, just overthrown by Travon Green on the slant, looking for number 12, Chase Vickers. Just overthrown, so the third straight conversion that doesn't go. And For now, it's okay. You're up by 18 points, but you do now have left 3 points on the board instead of 28-7. It's 25-7 for Rockledge. With 3:55 to go in the first half, Raiders lead by 18. As I believe they've scored on all drives but one. I think they might have got stopped once.
Yeah, they punted on that one drive.
So still, Rockledge coming alive there. It's all the running game. I mean, Jaylen Bradley and Jaylen Hayward are just...
Yeah, the law firm of Jaylen and Jaylen so far, the running attack has just been on fire. Now, if you're Viera, you really want to put together a drive, eat up this whole 3 minutes and 55 seconds and take it into half. Try and punch one in, but you want to keep your defense off the field for the rest of this half. They're tired. They're getting wore down. You want to keep them off the field and put together a nice sustained drive here. Go into the halftime with a little momentum.
Palm Bay 30, Harmony nothing. As kick can be returned again by Viera at their own 20. Cutting up field, fighting through for a return of about 10 yards. And even if only like a 10-yard return, you're starting at your own 30. 3:46 to go in the half. But Viera, their defense is struggling a little bit. Their offense has been good. The fact they're down by 18 isn't saying their offense has done bad. But they are kind of getting backed into a corner in a way that they got to start scoring some points. Again, they've had a lot of good drives. The last one ending in a fumble, though, a little bit. Not what you want to see there, obviously.
Well, they've only been forced to punt once.
Yeah.
One time they were in
Missed
a goal-to-go situation
and
and they didn't score. The next time, and they fumbled. And that's a self-inflicted wound, a giveaway like that.
And they missed a field goal at the 10 on the opening drive of the game. First down and 10, Viera at their own 30. Late in the first half, Rockledge leads at 25-7. Chase Cromartie in the gun. Trips near side for the Hawks. Immediately following the fumble, they hand it off again up the middle, trusting their back there for a gain of about 2 or 3 on first down. That'll bring up 2nd and 7 now for Viera.
And I like that, going back to Bubar after the fumble, saying, hey, everybody makes mistakes here. Go ahead and take the ball back. And I like running here. I mean, obviously you want to score, but I think you want to stay ahead of the sticks more than anything and keep your defense off the field.
As play fake, Cromartie going to go deep. One-on-one. It's caught. Breaking a tackle. And he's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Viera. No flags. And that is going to be a 68-yard touchdown for Viera. And the Hawks come fighting back here with 3 minutes to go in the first half. What a throw by Chase Cromartie.
Well, Jackson, so much for staying ahead of the sticks there. Let's just take a shot to our guy and drop another one right in the bucket and make the man miss and go for the 60-plus yard touchdown. And now we're getting haymakers here late into the second quarter.
I'll tell you, Chase Cromartie is a heck of a quarterback. The throws he's been able to make tonight, throwing deep the few times he has, have been great. That kick up, and it is good. And with that, with 3 minutes to go in the half, it's 25-14. And, with those missed extra points, it's only an 11-point game now. For Rockledge out front as Viera responds quickly. I didn't see who the receiver was on that deep ball.
I believe it was Pillow.
Zach Pillow again. That would have made his second touchdown of the night on 2 receptions.
And that's his main guy. That's who he likes to go to is Pillow. I mean, he's definitely established a rapport with him. It's his top receiver, and you can tell right there, just letting uncorking one. And
I think the impressive part of that, too, was, Pillow was up there, I think he might have been getting held a little bit there when the ball got released. And he was, fighting through that, brought the ball down, and then threw him off and ran in. I mean, that wasn't like he dusted him and had to go. He had to break through him immediately after he caught it and go for the 68-yard score.
Well, that's Cromartie just putting it, exactly where it needs to go.
Chase Cromartie, yeah, that was a great throw out of the junior quarterback. And with 3 minutes to go in the first half, Viera keeping it tough. They're going to go with a little short kick here. Going to be returned by Rockledge, number 20. Bring it up here, up to the Rockledge 40. Once again, great field position to start on the return by Amari Aquendo. And to start this drive, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Florida Air and Plumbing. Brevard's go-to pros for Florida Tough AC and Plumbing Services, and proud sponsor of the Brevard Sports Network's new Florida Tough Player of the Month. Trust American Air and Plumbing for fast AC repairs or rugged AC systems like their Florida edition that's built to withstand our brutal Florida climate, or the revolutionary Daikin AC with rebates up to $1,800 and warranties up to 12 years. Find them online at AmericanAirandPlumbing.com. They've been serving Brevard since 1942. Our score here at Viera, 25-14, Rockledge leading with 3 minutes to go in the first half as the Raiders coming back out on offense. Traven Green in the gun. Stacked receivers on the far side, starting at their own 40. Man in motion. Cutting back out. Green, quick curl, and it's batted down immediately there on the rush by number...
That's 8, Noah Rennes.
Noah Rennes making the play there.
Yeah, good job. Get your hands up in the passing lane. They were running a little power action there and had the quick hitch on the RPO, and great job to bat that down and cause the incompletion.
Second down and 10. Rockledge at their own 40. 2:57 to go in the first half. 25-14, Rockledge leads. St. Thomas Aquinas responds. 16-14, Cocoa with the lead now. Quick shift on the D-line. Handoff, Jaylen Bradley. Breaks a tackle. Bradley trying to bounce it outside. Cutting back to the middle. Bradley trying to reverse field. Still fighting and still going. Viera finally going to bring him down after a run that almost went for a loss. Almost went for a bigger loss, and then fights forward for about 6 or 7. Good determination there by Bradley on the carry. 3rd down and 3 coming for Rockledge at their own 47-yard line.
Yeah, way to make something happen on that run. That timing was off due to the poor snap, and thought he was going to cut it all the way out to the left. And
3rd down and 3. Rockledge at their own 47 late in the first half.
Hayward at tailback.
Watch out. 3rd down and 3. Low snap on the ground. Green picks it up. Got to go somewhere. Goes high. Incomplete. Looking to the far side for his receiver there. And that's going to bring up 4th and 3. And I think Rockledge may be going for it here.
Certainly looks like they're not really mobilizing anybody on the sidelines. If Viera bows up here, I think they should too. But if Viera bows up here, you're really... The offense came out hot last time. And
yeah, you know, I think the biggest issue for Rockledge offensively has been the snaps. They lost an extra point on that. And now they've had, I want to say, 3 straight plays with it. I'm assuming the grass is pretty wet, but still, you got to get those snaps in the hands of Green.
Yeah, you got a two tight end set here.
Big 4th down play for Rockledge. 4th and 3. Play fake. Read option. Keeper. Traven Green, and he's going to get the first down. Just getting up just over the 50-yard line. First down, Rockledge on a 4th and 3. Keeper by Traven Green.
Smart play design. He hasn't been really carrying out any kind of option fake there, and so Viera's defensive ends have been able to crash on that inside give. It's exactly what they did that time, and Green's got the athleticism to get the edge there and pick up the yardage they needed.
First down and 10, Rockledge at the Viera 49. 1:40 to go in the first half. Rockledge trying to end cap the first half with a touchdown. Viera will receive the kickoff after the half, so Viera can force him no points. That would be ideal. We're going to go screen here for Rockledge down the sideline. Helmet coming off on the play for a Viera player. He'll have to come off the field. And that's going to be a gain of about 4 for Rockledge. We're going to have timeout number 1.5 for Rockledge, or for Viera rather. With 1:26 to go in the half, it's 25-14 Raiders. Like to thank our other sponsor, Nick Farinella and Coldwell Banker Realty. Nick is a Brevard County native who knows the area and believes that half a day's work is 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Let Nick's experience in over 2,000 sales and 30-plus years work for you. No one knows the area better. Corporate relocation and waterfront specialist. He works from North Merritt Island to the South Beaches with over 30-plus years of experience. Nick's experience equals results. And at Coldwell Banker Realty, they're motivated by 2 ideals: dedication to vision and purpose in action. Nick is a multi-million-dollar club member, Centurion Agent Award, and Coldwell Banker Realty International President's Elite member, and a top 3% of NRT sales associates nationwide. Call him today at 321-543-1685 or online at www.nicksre.com. And I love that red, white, and blue Viera Hawk logo.
Yeah, students are decked out in red, white, and blue as well.
Going all out for the theme tonight for the Viera Hawks. 2nd down and 6 for Rockledge at the Viera 45 here late in the opening half. Traven Green drops back this time. Blitz coming. Green stepping up. He's going to run it. 1st down and more. Traven Green down the sideline. There goes Green cutting back. And he's going to put it inside the Nick Farinella red zone. 1st down Rockledge at the Viera 19. That's a gain of 26. Second time out of the half for Rockledge now with 1:13 to go in the half.
Yeah, Green did a pretty good job of keeping his eyes downfield. He was looking to uncork one, but Viera was playing coverage there, and he saw an open run lane and was able to pick up pretty substantial yardage. Quiet night for Green, but haven't really been throwing the ball.
25-15, our lead for the Raiders here as they have first down and 10 at the Viera 19-yard line. As we got a break here, I mean, this has been a good game. I think both teams have played good offensively and defensively. I mean, this is a very good game so far. It's only a 12 or 11-point lead for Rockledge. Bayside leading Fort Pierce Central 13-0. It's going to be the third straight year Bayside knocks off the Cobras.
If that score holds.
Yes.
I'm sure there's a lot of games left to play.
That's what they're looking to do tonight and get their first win of the Billy Miller era outside of the Kickoff Classic win that was on the Brevard Sports Network. First down and 10, Rockledge from the Nick Farinella red zone at the Viera 19-yard line. Traven Green in the gun. High snap, Green. First down and 10, airing it out, one-on-one, just overthrown. Just as his receiver got past the DB, that was, I believe, Jaquay Giscomb. And that's going to make it second down and 10 for Rockledge. Now 1 minute to go in the first half.
That was a pretty good job by the secondary player. It looked like number 12, Namdi Asura. You'd like to see him kind of turn his hips and run with the receiver, but good job not getting caught flat-footed and backpedaling a little bit and causing Green to kind of put that one outside.
Second down and 10 for Rockledge, the Viera 19 as they try to get a score on the board before half. Handoff up the middle. There it is. Jaylen Hayward again breaking forward just near the line to gain. And that's going to make it, they're going to call him short. Third down and 1 coming for Rockledge. Or third and 2 for Rockledge at the Viera 11. They're hurrying back up to the ball here. Third and 2, handoff. Up the middle, Viera gets him there for a loss. Great job by the Viera front, flying in to make the play. Is number 71, it looks like Finn Goldinger. And with 30 seconds to go in the half, fourth down and 2 for Rockledge. Their offense still on the field. They got one timeout, and they're letting this clock run. 25 seconds to play, fourth down and 2. Traven Green in the gun, man in motion, 20 seconds to go.
Rockledge take a timeout. I think they were trying to get Viera to jump, and they're not going to get him. Yeah, there you go. Now, I don't know that they attempt a field goal here, just judging by the snaps on some of the other field goals. But I think that's smart clock management, not providing Viera an opportunity, if you don't get this, to be able to bring that offense back on the field and get a chance to try and score. Yeah,
Viera will get the ball coming out of halftime, and with 12 seconds to go in the first half, we got fourth down and 2 for Rockledge at the Viera 11. They lead by 11, 25-14. So Coco leading into halftime. St. Thomas will receive to start the second half. And this is one of those games, it's all down to coaching and halftime adjustments. Coco, can you continue to play how you have and, hold this lead? And for St. Thomas, plenty of legendary coaches down there. Can they make the adjustments needed? That's what's going to be, that's what we'll be interested in finding out. You have that game. You can listen to it. It's an audio cast with Alan Zlodzinski and Anthony Knockreiner. Here we go, fourth down and 2 for Rockledge at the Viera 11-yard line. And they're going to go for it.
Yeah,
Traven Green.
I think you have to here.
Fourth down and 2, 12 seconds to go in the half. Green drops back to pass. Looking, blitz coming, Green. He's got to go to the end zone. Green going to keep it. He's going to diving for the pylon. Touchdown, Rockledge. From 11 yards out, Traven Green reaches for the pylon, and as time expires on the first half, what a run by Traven Green, and Rockledge going to score on the last play of the first half.
Yeah, I know it scored, Jackson, but I'm going to actually disagree with the play calling there, and I get frustrated a lot. It's 4th and 2. You're putting the ball in the end zone. You had 12 seconds left. I mean, you could have got 2. You had time.
Clock stops on the first down.
Clock stops on the first down. You had a timeout. But c'est la vie. Traven Green does Traven Green things, scrambles in for the touchdown.
They're going for 2 once again. Last time didn't get it as they lead 31-14. Rockledge going for 2. Green drops back. Lofts one to the back corner. It's caught. Was his feet in? No, incomplete. The ball comes out anyway. Incomplete. Once again on the conversion. Rockledge has not gotten a point after since the first touchdown to go. And the Rockledge Raiders will take a 17-point lead into halftime. 31-14, Rockledge leads. Yes, that's 5 touchdowns. Only 1 conversion, no field goals. They got two scored, 3 by Jaylen Hayward, 1 by Traven Green, 1 by Jalen Bradley, and for Viera, 2 touchdowns for Zach Pillow and Chase Cromartie. At halftime, if we have the band, which I see them coming out, so you'll be able to hear the band's performance as long as there's no copyrighted music. And we'll be back to game action in about 17 minutes. Rockledge leading Viera 31-14.
I'll make it good. It's because they weren't.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Rockledge High School Raider Regiment. Tonight, they will be performing their fall 2023 production in the arena. A story of gladiator battles and conquest. Selections include original music by Steve Martin, Spartacus by Aram Khachaturian, and The Pines of Rome by Honorino Raspeed. Again, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Rockledge High School Raider Regiment. Drum Major Kyle Brown, is your band ready? You may begin your show.
have it. It's just that we're not connected for some reason.
How are you? Doing all right? Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rockledge High School Raider Regiment. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's performance of the Viera High School Marching Hawks. The band is under the field director of drum majors Daniel Matthews, Sarah Thompson, and head drum major Mayell Mason. The color captains are Caitlin Healy and Scout Richards. The percussion captains are Ariana Richardson and Noah Maniello. The brass captains are Josh Light and Devin Miller. The woodwind captains are Cody Hale and Alex Mabee. And the band captain is Nicholas Gray. The Marching Hawks field show is titled Light Up the Dark, with tonight's performance featuring Some Nights by Fun, Blinding Lights by The Weeknd, and Dancer in the Dark by Bjork. Drum makers, is your band ready? Marching Hawks, we now begin your show.
seeds.
Welcome, everybody, live back to the Brevard Sports Network for the second half of action here between Rockledge and Viera. We had a great shootout first half, 31-14. Rockledge holds the lead in halftime. Great performance by both bands as well, as you saw on your screen. Got some score updates during halftime. Cypress Creek 27, MCC 6. O'Galley 21, Winter Haven 0. Satellite 15, Melbourne 0. And then Titusville 35, Celebration 0. So a lot of good performances by Brevard County teams. That's going to be a kickoff. Doesn't go out of bounds. That was dangerous.
Yeah, Viera kind of assumed, as did I, thought it was going to be going out of bounds, but
as well.
Kind of hugged the sidelines there, and fortunate.
Lord, and it's a kickoff. It's on a punt. If you let it bounce and it stays in, that's going to be a Rockledge touchdown. And it was kicked out of bounds, I think, by Viera, so not a penalty on Rockledge. And Viera will take over at their own 11.
Yeah, they were both going for the football there, and it kind of popped out of bounds. But the worst field position Viera's faced all evening. See if they can string something together.
First down and 10, Viera starting at their own 11 to start the second half. They trail by 17, but that's not to say their offense didn't have a great first half. They got down to the 10-yard line on one drive and didn't get the score. So, Chase Cromartie's looked really well so far. 2 touchdowns, both to Zach Pillow. So we'll see if Viera can keep that momentum rolling, as it's going to be a play fake and a throw underneath to Hancock, as they've liked that RPO to Jack Hancock, and it gets him a free about 4 yards on first down.
I'm thinking he might have a choice on that. If those receivers sit, those linebackers sit, then he sits in the hole. If they bite up on the run fake, then he goes and takes that on a slant. Because we've seen him run both those plays similarly, and they're set up the same.
He only picks up about 3 on that one. Second down, or they give him 2. Second down and 8 for Viera at their own 13-yard line. In tough field position, but they've had the big playability in this game. Especially on that big touchdown pass from the second one from Cromartie to Pillow. Cromartie drops out, rolls out to the right. Has time to throw on the run. Good scramble drill, good throw for a gain of about 7. And that's going to make it third down and short. Good throw on the run by Chase Cromartie.
Yeah, great job keeping his eyes up and seeing if he could find a receiver before taking off and running with it, because he would not have picked up that yardage if he tried to take off with it.
So the gain of 7. Third down and 1 for Viera at their own 20-yard line.
You know, I'm interested to see how Viera looks coming out in this second half. They look good so far, but last week against Satellite, as we all know, didn't put up a single point after coming out and putting up 28 straight.
Yeah, we'll see if Viera can keep the momentum up this time around. Third down and 1, Viera at their own 20. Cromartie lofting one up to the sideline. It's overthrown. Great coverage there by Rockledge, forcing Cromartie to try and throw the receiver open, and it goes long, and only for the second time tonight, the punt team will come out for Viera. Not the way you want to start the second half with the score the way it is.
No, that drives me bonkers, man. We saw it at the end of the half when, I know Rockledge scored on it, but right there it's third and, barely won.
Yeah, one. Then they
and
go
you're taking a rail
pass.
Shot on the side.
That's a good point.
Just hand the ball up. Bubar's been running the ball well. He can pick up a yard the way he's been running it. You don't need to. You need 1 yard. Go get 1 yard and keep the drive alive.
Fourth down and 1. Viera going to punt it. I'm just going to say maybe watch a fake here because it's fourth and very short. You're down by 17 in a game that you can definitely stay in. The problem is you can't necessarily fall back on your defense the way they've been playing recently in these last few drives. They are going to punt it.
Yeah, I would hate a fake punt there, Jackson. I'll tell you why. If you're going to throw it, and I love fake punts, but if you're going to run a fake punt right there, why the heck wouldn't you just run it?
No, I'm saying I would have gone for it, but since they went out and they punted anyway. It doesn't even get back to the 50, so it's going to be great field position for Rockledge here. Bombay leading Harmony 40-0. Ooh, great performance by the Pirates after a tough loss to Heritage.
I know that Harmony team, they were pretty solid the last few years. They were replacing a big running back. I mean, that kid was thick. He was darn good, too. So, it looks like they got a little rebuilding over there in Osceola County, and, that's okay. It happens to the best of us.
First down and 10, Rockledge starting in Viera territory at the Hawks 48. As the Raiders ran into halftime with a touchdown in the last play of the half. On a run by Traven Green, it's going to be a little jet touch pass. Good blocks, getting the edge, cutting upfield. First down and more for Rockledge.
It's coming back. It's going to get a hold there on the edge there. Looked like by number 12, Chase Vickers.
Flag down. The run was by number 7, Lorenzo Bell, but he's still down on the play, so that's not what you want to see for Rockledge. A big run come back,
and
you
up.
Lose your player. Well, never mind, he's right up. But the flag is still the tough break for Rockledge. They've had a few penalties derail drives so far. Well, I say drives, plural. There's only one. But multiple flags that did so. So it's another hold on Rockledge. That's at least their 4th or 5th tonight.
Yeah, and they've all brought back relatively big or successful plays, too.
Yeah.
And typically it's been on the receivers out on the edge. I mean, the offensive line's been tagged for a couple of them, but I think the bulk of them have been.
They've kind of been put in they've been kind of put up front to make blocks for those big plays. Exactly, they're the ones that have to go out there and block for those guys. So, they gotta avoid the holds, but it's gonna be a.
Refs are gonna take a timeout. They're gonna make 7 get off the field there. Lorenzo Bell, because he stayed down at the end of the play, even though he popped up because he was down, they're going to make him take a play off.
Trips far side, first down at 9. Probably the first time I've ever said that. Almost a jump there by Viera. Gets back set.
Got 1 yard holding penalty on the last play, huh?
It's Jaylen Bradley with the run now. The middle, Bradley breaking free, breaking a tackle. Bradley carrying
down goes the ref.
And ref down in the pile. And that's official on the tackle. Just few Hawks bring him down, but Jaylen Bradley running forward. I think that's going to be, we'll see if they give him the first. I think they will. And, first down and 10, Rockledge at the Viera 35. The score 31-14 in favor of Rockledge with 9.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Hope the ref's all right. He took a spill there.
Yeah, I think he's all good. I think it was the white cap.
No, it was the back judge there.
Well, up and going. First down and 10. Rockledge handoff up the middle. Jaylen Bradley, and Bradley's going to go down for only a gain of 1 yard. That's a good job by the Viera defensive line to make the play there, and that's been something they've struggled with. They've gotten contact on the defensive line, but it's been a lot of broken tackles that have kind of given Rockledge some of their biggest runs. So good play by Viera up front.
Yeah, good job by number 9, the defensive end, Owen George. He spilled that. It was a simple counter play. He had a guard pulling the kick, and he forced that to bounce outside, allowed the linebackers to scrape over, and gave the rest of the D-line to come in as reinforcements.
Second down and 9 for Rockledge at the Viera 34. Green, handoff again to Jaylen Bradley. That time is going to be a loss. He's still running backwards. If I'm him, I just kind of, after a second there, just maybe give yourself up, because I think that's going to be an even bigger loss.
No, they're going to move him up a little bit. He established forward progress right around the line of scrimmage. But still, it's going to be third
loss
and
of
long.
1.
Yeah.
Jose Rivera getting in there immediately. Third down and 10 for Rockledge at the Viera 35. 4 down territory, I think, here. So we'll see how close they can get to the first down on third here. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Rockledge leads by 17.
A timeout on Viera early.
And that's the first time out of the half for the Viera Hawks with 8:01 to go in the third quarter. Rockledge leading 31-14. You got to tell you about the coach. The longest tenured coach in Brevard County, now in his 9th season, Coach Wayne Younger took over in 2015 as the only coaching vacancy in the county back then, and now he's been the longest lasting at his school, taking Rockledge to playoffs multiple times, and this could be a season that they're looking to take it a little bit deeper. After last year going out in the second round of the eventual state champions in Daytona, Mainland.
Yeah, and obviously not off to the start of the season like they wanted, but they played 2 very tough opponents in Stanford Seminole, and then going out to play Duncanville out there in the Dallas area, and that's the number 1 ranked team in Texas. Takes a lot of guts to go out there and do it, and obviously wasn't the result that they had hoped for, but looking to get things back on the right track here, and they've got the lead here as time ticks here in the third quarter.
Third down and 10, Rockledge to the Viera 35. Play fake on the jet sweep. Airing it out, one-on-one, tipped up and broken up by number 14, who's had a lot of good plays in coverage tonight, Robbie Ale. Incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th and 10 and a decision to make for Rockledge.
Yeah, excellent coverage there by the young man. He was right in the hip pocket of Jamarcus Giscomb, and didn't give him any room, and great play on the ball.
Talk about Rockledge Johnson play Duncanville. I believe they have one of, if not, 1, 2, or 3 of the best strength of schedule in the entire state of Florida right now.
No, and I believe it. I mean, man, they went up and played some juggernauts, and they've got some ahead of them. I mean, they play Osceola.
Yep. And Trinity Christian.
Trinity Christian as well, a powerhouse out of Jacksonville.
So, I don't know. I thought they might try and go for it, but they're going to try and pin them deep here. Back to punt is Jerry Valdez for Rockledge. So, good stop by Viera defensively.
Here's where you see a fake, Jackson.
Yeah. 4th and 10, Valdez. Back to punt, high snap, brings it down. Viera brings the blitz. High kick by Valdez. Going to take a Rockledge bounce inside the 15. Down at the 13-yard line, so only about a 22-yard punt. Functional, though. Yeah, I mean, that was the idea. They weren't trying to boot it.
Yeah, kind of checked up and got a good roll for Rockledge.
7:40 to go in the third quarter. Rockledge leads at 31-14. I'd like to thank our sponsor, American Air and Plumbing, tonight. And we'll tell you more about them in a moment. I'll tell you can find them online at AmericanAirandPlumbing.com. They've been serving Brevard since 1942. And they'll be sponsoring this drive. 7:40 to go in the third. Rockledge leads 31-14. First down and 10, Viera at their own 13. Play handoff up the middle to his back. That's not going to be a big gain for Viera on first down. It's going to be a gain of 1 or 2 for Ryan Bubar. And score update, Cocoa 22, St. Thomas 14 with 7 minutes to go in the third. It's going to be officials timeout, and I think a player lost his helmet for Rockledge, so they'll send him off the field. Seen a few guys try and hide themselves and try and sneak in on a play, and I think the officials are catching them.
You know, I'll tell you, helmets didn't used to come off as easy as they do now. It's the chin straps on these speed flexes. They kind of just pop out pretty easily, and they can be dangerous, honestly.
2nd down and 9 for Viera at their own 14. Chase Cromartie in the gun. Stepping up in the pocket, blitz coming, and Cromartie's going to go down. Number 20, I believe 28, it looked like, on the sack. JJ.
Looks like we got a player down for Viera, too.
We got a Hawk down on the play.
Yeah, and I've been waiting for something like that. They kind of set that play up. They ran a lot similar play in the first half where they kind of cleared out with the slants with the 2 outside receivers, and then you have the sack guy, the number 3 receiver, running that bubble, and they've been hitting that bubble, but I was wondering if they had kind of a shot play built off of that, and they did. They both ran slant and goes, and he had a guy sort of in the seam, but pocket just pressed down on him and wasn't able to get the throw off.
As we were breaking the action, now I'll tell you about our sponsor, American Air and Plumbing, is Brevard's go-to pros for Florida Tough AC and Plumbing Services, and proud sponsor of the new Brevard Sports Network Florida Tough Player of the Month. Trust American Air and Plumbing for fast AC repairs or rugged AC systems like their Florida edition that's built to withstand our brutal Florida climate, or the revolutionary Daikin AC with rebates up to $1,800 and warranties up to 12 years. You can find them online at AmericanAirandPlumbing.com, serving Brevard since 1942. Breaking the action here. Yeah, Coco still leading by 6 midway through the third. Big win. That would be
leading by 8.
Or 8, rather. As the injured player will make his way off the field here. And that was Finn Goldinger. He made a good play defensively earlier in the game. So good to see him able to make his way off the field. But
yeah, and if you're Cromartie, the last thing you want to see is
one
of your big offensive linemen going down on a 3rd and long situation.
Yeah, off the sack, it's going to be about a 3rd down and 14 for Viera back at their own 10-yard line. So here comes Viera, 3rd down and 14. Hawks at their own 10. 6:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Rockledge still leading 31-14. Cromartie in the gun. 2 receivers split either way. 1 back with Cromartie. High snap. Cromartie. Blitz coming hard. Cromartie lofts one. Intercepted by Rockledge. Trying to bounce it back inside the 10-yard line. And the first real mistake by Chase Cromartie all night off his back foot. Intercepted by Jaquay McFadden with his first interception of the night. And now it's going to set up a 1st and goal for Rockledge at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Cromartie's been really safe with the football tonight, been doing a really good job with it, just trying to make a play there. Pocket's pressing down on him, throws it off his back foot, sails in. Oh, the one-handed grab by McFadden there. That was a heck of a play. He's been primarily an edge rusher tonight, dropped back in coverage.
Yeah, he came across there in front of the ball to make the interception. And the first turnover of the night by Chase Cromartie. And a tough position to do it as well. I mean, that's one, knowing the field position you're in, unless you're really sure about throwing that off your back foot, you might just want to take a sack there. And, you never want to, but you just kind of have to. Hand off there, cutting up field, bouncing outside, trying to turn the corner. And he's in. Touchdown. Rockledge, number 4, Jamarcus Giscomb for the touchdown.
The freshman. Everybody's getting a part of the party, the Russian party tonight.
Freshman Jamarcus Giscomb in there for the touchdown. His first of the night, and Rockledge jumping ahead now, 37-14, pending the extra point. We'll see if they try to go for 2 again. I say pending the extra point because they haven't got an extra point since their first touchdown.
Yeah, they're going to go for 2 again. Yeah.
So they haven't been able, they're 0 for 2 on so far tonight.
Try to make this a 39-14 game if they convert this.
2-point conversion, try their 3rd of the night. Traven Green, man in motion here. Green snaps, turns, play fake, throw over the middle, nearly intercepted, dropped there by number 8, Noah Renez. And once again, conversion no good for Rockledge. And you look at that score, it could be 42-14 and a possible running clock, but instead it's 37-14, and Viera getting some help with that, and they've actually done really well on. It's not just those missed extra points. It's 3 straight plays. Viera has stopped them right there on the 2-point conversions.
Yeah, and I think a couple times Rockledge maybe gotten a little cutesy on the 2-point try.
I'm surprised they
that
haven't
one.
just run it up the middle.
Yeah, I mean that's what I would have gone with. That's what's been working on that last one. They tried to go with a little tight end pop, and the pop wasn't there. It was well defended by the linebacker. Didn't really bite on the play fake, and shoot, he almost had an interception on the 2-point conversion.
5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Cocoa still leads St. Thomas 22-14. 48-0. Titusville leads Celebration, and 47-0. Palm Bay leads Harmony. Here comes the return by Viera on the kick, fighting forward up past the 30. Another good kick return by Viera. And we'll see this drive after the last drive of the interception that proved to be costly as Rockledge scored a touchdown off of the Chase Cromartie interception.
Yeah, Chase has just got to forget about it. Forget that happened. Go play the next drive and string something together and see if you can get back on the board.
It's a good question. We got a question about the Heritage score. That game's on the Brevard Sports Network, so you can hop over and go check it. The only score I've seen out of that game tonight was 7-0 Heritage early on. But I would guess Heritage is probably up by more than that by now.
Let's see if they've let up a point yet.
So first down and 10, Viera at their own 34-yard line. Here, still 5:53 to go in the third quarter. Got some time. Cromartie in the gun. Play handoff up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks a few, but no real blocking help there as Bubar is going to go for none there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. And I mean, they lost Finn Goldinger last drive, and that offensive line has struggled on the next plays.
That's not Cromartie and a quarterback. That's 6, Eric Nelson. I think they're going to some sort of a wildcat look to maybe mix some things up here and see if they can make something happen.
And that's a handoff again, and that's going to go back for a loss. Or no, that was a keeper with Eric Nelson for a loss of 4. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 14. Yeah, I was wondering that. I couldn't see the number in it. Didn't look like Chase Cromartie. And it is not. And Eric Nelson still in the game. We're not going to see Chase Cromartie at all this drive.
Yeah. And
here comes Chase
he comes
Cromartie.
back on. Somebody needs to come on. Yeah, 11's going to come off. And, Jackson, this is kind of what I was talking about in the first half. You can't let good teams get into a feeding frenzy, and it seems like Rockledge might be in the midst of a feeding frenzy right now. Just the way they're playing defense now, they've bowed up since the first half, and offense is still scoring points.
Here we go, 3rd down and 14. Viera back at their own 30. Blitz coming. Cromartie rolls out right on the run, throwing. It is going to be...
It's going to be caught, but he's going to be short.
Caught, but he is going to be short of the line to gain. It's a gain of about 10. That's going to bring up 4th down and about 3 for Viera. And the punt team, I believe.
No, I think they're putting a heavy package in. And they're bringing 8 in again, Noah Renes. And he, I believe they scored with him or early on in the game, going to like a wildcat look and short yardage.
I think he got a 4th down or a big 3rd down conversion.
Something like that. They definitely went to him early on. And
here we go. Viera, 4th down and 3. Big play coming up here for the Hawks with under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. In is number 17, Jose Rivera. Whistles before the play. Cromartie is not on the field. Timeout, number 1 of the half for Rockledge with 3:51 to go in the third quarter. 37-14, Rockledge leads. I'd like to thank our other sponsor tonight, Nick Farinella and Caldwell Banker Realty. Nick is a Brevard County native who knows the area and believes that a 12-hour workday is a half a workday. Let Nick's experience in over 2,000 sales and 30-plus years of work for you. No one knows this area better than Nick. Corporate relocation waterfront specialist. He works from North Merritt Island to the South Beaches. With over 30-plus years of experience, Nick's experience equals results. And at Caldwell Banker Realty, they're motivated by 2 ideals, dedication to vision and purpose in action. You can call Nick today at 321-543-1685 or online at www.nicksre.com. That's NICKSRE.com. And here it goes, 4th down and 3 for Viera. Big play, heavy. I formation, they snap to the farthest back, and a flag down is going to be a false start. That one, I think they were lining up to, whoever that farthest back was, almost stepped up like it was going to be a jump pass.
They were going to throw that where Hancock is on the field. They're looking for a little dump-off pass, try and get, you're in a Wildcat situation. That's a linebacker and then a quarterback. You're going to bring everybody up. They're going to bite on that and hope you can hit that dump over the top.
Yeah, and that's going to make it 4th down and 8. They'll punt now. O'Galley, big score updates. O'Galley over Winter Haven, 28-0. Titusville leading Celebration. I think we have an update. That one's 48-0. Holy Trinity over Palm Beach Christian, 35-0. Cocoa Beach over Pearson Taylor, 34-0. And Fort Pierce Central on a big run, 34-7 over Bayside. As this kick's going to bounce down, Rockledge is going to take it and try and return it here. Trying to cut back. Giscomb after his touchdown. He's just running backwards at this point. And Viera lights it up, and that's going to be a loss on the return. Good kick coverage by the Viera Hawks. And with 3:33 to go in the third quarter, Rockledge leads 37-14, and they'll take over once again on offense. So Rockledge will take over 1st down and 10 at their own 34 here. First down and 10, Rockledge at their own 34-yard line. Here with 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, they lead by 23. As in the gun is Green. Handoff, play fake. It's a keeper on the option. Traven Green with room to run down the middle of the field. No one between Green and the end zone. Traven Green with the keeper. Touchdown, Rockledge. 66 yards for Green's second rushing touchdown of the night. And for the second time tonight, it's a one-play touchdown drive for the Rockledge Raiders.
I mean, at this point, I think they're just going to see how many players can get a rushing touchdown tonight. They have no need to put the ball in the air at all. And you got? I mean, he hasn't pulled it and ran. He had an option to dump it off on the little bubble and saw it part like the Red Seas, and he just took off with it.
Second time tonight, a rushing touchdown for Traven Green. This one much longer than the first one. That's 66 yards for Green. And once again, Rockledge going to go for 2. They're 0 for 3 so far tonight. They now lead by 29, 43-14. They're trying to go up by 31. 4th two-point conversion try. Green to throw again. Slant incomplete. And they're 0 for 4 on two-point conversion. And I asked, just like I would ask the Seahawks back in the Super Bowl, why not run the ball?
They should have just ran it up the middle every single time. You're on the 3-yard line. You're picking up 19 yards a carry. Just run it. If you're really concerned about getting the two-point conversion, just run it up the middle.
They passed every time. Missed the mark every time.
I believe should have a running clock. No, Jackson?
I think it's 28.
Oh, wait. Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Well, no, they're up by 29.
No, it's 35 is a...
Oh, okay. So, not a running clock yet. Rockledge will need another touchdown. Rockledge getting set to kick off after the 66-yard touchdown run by Traven Green. 3:15 to go in the third quarter. Rockledge leads 43-14. As talk about that feeding frenzy, I think Rockledge figured it out. But here's another good kick return by Viera up to their own 35. There were some hard blocks set there.
Yeah, and Viera's got to come out here and see if they can figure something out. Whatever was working in the first half, Rockledge has made the adjustments here in the second half. They're kind of throwing it at the wall and see if they can make something happen with the Wildcat looks on the last drive. Maybe we can get the run game going a little bit and speed the game up. I don't know. Rockledge, like you said, their blood's in the water and they're smelling it, and they're absolutely swarming right now.
Yeah, I think maybe here Viera first or second down, try and get see if you get a deep look, because I mean that was one of their 2 touchdowns. It was like a 60-something yard touchdown
with
pass.
The aggressiveness of Rockledge's defense right now, a screen might not be the worst idea.
Yeah.
Like a true slip screen.
I say pass the football, and they will. Cromartie drops back. There's the deep ball. He's got his man by about a step, but he's going to overthrow him out of bounds. I think that's going to be incomplete, and it is. Still a solid throw by Cromartie to Bruce Tucker, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
Heck of a catch. I mean,
yeah.
If he had 2 or 3 more yards.
That's what I mean. I mean, if you throw him in bounds there, that's another big play by Viera.
You know how you beat that? You just cheat him in a couple yards.
Yeah. St. Thomas fighting back, 22-20. Cocoa leads. I assume either late in the third or early fourth quarter.
Yeah, like you said, taking the shot there and testing the defense a little bit. You have one-on-one coverage to the outside. Tucker's a pretty quick kid. And another good throw. We've seen Cromartie really drop the ball in a bucket several times, throwing the deep ball.
Now I wouldn't hate to see that screen try or the RPO with a slant or something they've been able to make work. Second down and 10 for Viera at their own 35. Man in motion. Cromartie drops back again. He has that screen option. That's where he goes, but Rockledge's going to bite on it, and he's going to get no gain. That's 3 Rockledge Raiders on top of him. And there's going to be flags after the play. Rockledge just lost themselves 15 yards. That was completely unnecessary. No reason at all, and that's going to be 15 yards on Rockledge unless I missed something Viera did.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I mean,
I'll tell
obviously
you after
there was,
I see the call.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a scuffle on the sideline. I don't know what happened, but, you know, we set a screen. That's exactly what that was. But with the speed of this Rockledge defense, I don't know that working the edges on the screen is the right idea. I think something right in the middle, a little running back slip screen.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Rockledge. I mean, yeah, that's 15 free yards when you already had him for no gain. Those are the penalties that are just frustrating to me because it's just unnecessary.
Yeah.
What happened was, and I saw it there, the running back was trying to get up, and the Rockledge defender pushed himself up and pushed the Viera player down and stepped over.
Yeah, you can't do that. You're up big, man. You don't need to do that. And now Viera stays alive on this drive.
That's a 15-yard penalty. 1st and 10, Viera at the 50-yard line. 2:50 to go in the third quarter. Rockledge leading 43-14. As Cromartie heads to the sideline, gets his play call, trots back out. And he's going to talk to his receivers here. Regardless of the score right now, I'll be honest, Viera has played a good football game. But I do also think Rockledge has really proved a lot tonight. And you still got a whole quarter to play. Cromartie drops back. Rolling out right, throwing on the run. Lost one, has a man open. It's broken up. Good coverage by Rockledge. Number 4, Jaquay Giscomb having a great game for the freshman.
Hey, all things considered, I mean, that was a heck of a throw. Throwing back across your body, rolling out to the right, throwing left, and a deep one at that. I mean, the kid's got arm talent. And like you said, I mean, Viera's had opportunities tonight and just haven't capitalized on all of them. And, you know, Rockledge just played a better game.
Our first final of the night, Titusville's 3-0. They knock off Celebration in dominating fashion, 49-0.
You know, I was looking at Rockledge's schedule, or not Rockledge, Titusville's schedule earlier today. They theoretically could be undefeated going into that Cocoa game. With the way they're playing right now and who they've got on the schedule.
They've gotten better, I think, each and every game.
Well, they have.
They stumbled in the first half against Melbourne, but since then, it seems like they've just gotten better and better. Second down and 10. Little jet touch pass here for Viera, and that's going to go for a big loss. That was Javon Cooper, and I think that feeding frenzy might be beginning here.
We're in the midst of it, man. It's already happened, and you know I don't like at this point trying to get the outside on this Rockledge defense. I think you got to keep taking those shots that you're taking and trying to establish an inside run game, whether it's some sort of misdirection or shoot, like I said, even a slip screen. But you're not going to beat this Rockledge defense on the edges right now. They're just playing entirely too fast.
I just don't like trying to challenge their defensive line either right now. The pressure's been coming.
That's why I think a screen would be perfect.
Yeah.
They're getting upfield. They're playing super aggressive right now. You need to exploit that.
Third down and 14 for Viera at their own 46-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Cromartie drops, has time, stepping up. Jace Cromartie going to take off, but he bounces it outside, and he's only going to go back to the original line of scrimmage. I don't know why he bounced it outside there. He had a way better lane up the middle.
Well, he was going to get hit, but, I mean, you could pick up 3 more yards and take the slide. Now instead of 4th and 8, you're looking at, 4th and 5, 4th and 4.
I think you got to go for it if you're Viera, too. Score here, 43-14 Rockledge. A minute and a half to go in the third quarter. Viera with a decision to make, but shouldn't be too hard. I think.
You absolutely go for this. You have to.
Fourth down and 8 coming for Viera at the Rockledge 48.
Yeah, you have to, Jackson, because if you gotta put yourself, at least attempt to put yourself in a position to try and stop the bleeding a little bit, because nothing tells me that Rockledge isn't going to be able to score when they get the ball back, and that you're looking at a clock situation.
Rockledge flooding that front here for fourth down. Fourth down and 8 for Viera. Cromartie drops, blitz coming immediately, airing it out, and it's underthrown. The receiver's got to come back to that ball, and it's incomplete. And now it's going to be a turnover on downs on what could have been a huge gain. Looking for Javon Cooper and Bruce Tucker both in the area. Neither come back for it.
Yep, and, that's – I told you it frustrates me. They needed, 8 yards, and they threw it 20. Go get 8 yards. I know they're bringing all the heat. I know they're bringing the heat. You saw it. Why don't you have a slip screen in? That you throw into the blitz. You're gonna, they get to the second level. There's nobody there. You can score off something like that.
What bothers me more about that play is the receivers. You could have had the deep ball
or slant.
You have to come back to the quarterback on that play. The ball was in the area. It was short, but that was definitely catchable. And the receivers just kept running the route. Low snap ball on the ground. I think Viera just got it back. And the first turnover of the game from Rockledge is off the bad snaps. And talk about all the ifs and whats, but Viera will take right back over where they left off. Number 9 falls on it. Owen George, first down Hawks.
Yeah, and that's several times we've seen a bad snap tonight that could have been costly. This one finally cashes in, and Viera with a little new life.
Viera with a chance now to take back over. They actually gained 3 yards by turning it over on downs in an indirect way. First down and 10, Viera at the Rockledge 45. This drive sponsored by American Air and Plumbing. And they're the new sponsor of the Brevard Sports Network, Florida Tough Player of the Month. First down and 10, Viera at the Rockledge 45 off the fumble. Recovered by George. Dropped back by Cromartie, thrown to the outside. It's hauled in and running towards the sideline. I believe that was Zach Pillow. But we haven't seen get a reception since the first half when he's had 2 touchdowns. And that's going to be a gain of about 4. It's second down and 6.
That's a nice, comfortable completion. Maybe build some confidence back up in Cromartie. Stay ahead of the sticks here and maybe try and finish one off here. You haven't seen it in the second half.
Yeah, Finn Goldinger, their offensive lineman, still out of the game. Second down and 6 for Viera at the Rockledge 41. Great field position off the fumble recovery. 43 seconds to go in the third quarter. Rockledge ahead 43-14 as Viera was playing really strong in the first half and they haven't scored yet in the second half. Second down. Cromartie throwing to the near side, has a man open to the flat, caught, cutting upfield, first down and more for Viera. Ball comes out at the end, they rule him down. And that was a good pitch and catch from Cromartie to Bruce Tucker. And that's just a good play as well, a little into the flats, sits there open, then cuts it upfield, first down, Viera.
Yeah, just find a little spot in the flats right there, and defensive back wasn't able to recover on it soon enough and make one cut, and then I like how he lowered his shoulder after he made that cut. Just go bury your nose in there and pick up what you can.
Score 43-14 Rockledge, 10 seconds and counting here in the third quarter. Got a big score update for you in just a moment. I'll let you see if they run a play here. First down and 10. Viera at the Rockledge 29, 2 seconds, 1 second. They get it off. Cromartie, last play of the third quarter, flushed out right. Cromartie flicks it on the run. It's hauled in. First down Viera, and that's a big hit at the end of that one. It'll be first down Viera. Again, it was Bruce Tucker. That'll be the end of our third quarter here from Viera. 43-14 Rockledge with the lead in that big score update. Coco jumps ahead over St. Thomas by 9, 29-20. And Cypress Creek over MCC 34-13. We'll be back in just a moment for the start of the fourth quarter. Welcome back, everybody, here to the Brevard Sports Network. And with the last 12 on the clock, Viera driving as they trail 43-14 here to Rockledge. It's going to be first down and 10. Viera inside the American Air and Plumbing red zone. Yes, Rockledge leading 43-14. Viera at the Rockledge 18, though. Cromartie drops back to throw. Blitz coming. Cromartie extending the play inside the 10, and he'll run out of bounds at about the 6 or 7. Good run there by Cromartie.
Looks like he's actually going to get to the 10.
Second down and 4 for Viera at the Rockledge 10-yard line. So that's a good question. The reason the audio cast for Cocoa and St. Thomas is because St. Thomas has a deal, I believe, with the NFHS network, but our game not behind a paywall, so you can listen to the game for free, and we're just making sure that we can still provide the action for everybody. Second down and 4 for Viera at the Rockledge 10. Cromartie, quick drop, quick floater, overthrown on that one, and the receiver was locked up with a DB there, and throw sails long. Now third down and 4 for Viera at the Rockledge 10.
I like the no call there. Both the receiver and the secondary player were battling there.
Third down and 4 for Viera at the Rockledge 10. 11:40 to play. Rockledge with a big lead. Third down and 4. Low snap. Cromartie drops. Blitz coming hard, and he'll slip down for a loss of 10 there. And that's going to bring up fourth down and long for Viera. And they got to go for it here no matter what.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think the game at this point's out of reach, but I think for your own sanity and, confidence, you try and put one in the end zone here. Here would be a situation where I know you need 10, and I'm an advocate for go and get 10, but I wouldn't hate seeing one go into the end zone. Rockledge is going to at least show that they're bring the heat.
Fourth down and 10 for Viera. Here at the Rockledge 16-yard line. Chase Cromartie in the gun. Trips far side. Cromartie, quick drop. There's the slip screen. Boo bar underneath, but it's not going to get them the yardage they need. It's a good gain of 6, but it's not 10.
Well,
and that's going to be
a
flag on the play. Hold on.
Here's the thing.
You had a turnover on downs.
It would, but, I mean, you had a 4th and 4 situation earlier, and, you could have gotten that.
And
when you did it then, I like the idea of running it then. You're throwing right into the blitz, and he makes one cut. He could have scored, but pull that one out earlier in the game. It's
gonna be a big penalty, personal foul on Rockledge. First down, Viera. So they will not end up turning the ball over there. First and goal, Viera at the Rockledge 5-yard line here with 10:45 to play. We got 2 big score updates. O'Galley leading Winter Haven in a big way, 35-0 as they look to advance to 3-0. Heritage is leading Centennial, but only 13-0.
Still haven't given up a point on the year.
True. Their defense playing good, but their offense not showing up in the same way we've seen so far.
I'll tell you what, Jackson. Every year I played Centennial, and they have big, fast kids down there. And they're not always the best coached, but they usually have some athletes down there in Port St. Lucie.
First down and goal, Viera at the 5. Quick throw to the outside. It's caught on the screen. Touchdown, Viera. Chase Cromartie on the screen to number 5, Bruce Tucker. And Viera gets back on the board.
That was 6. That was Eric Nelson. Great job to dive at the end of there and make sure you got in there. And, hey, that's a confidence builder right there.
Yeah,
you just put together a drive. I know you got 8 by the penalty there at the end, but you put together a drive and you got in the end zone again.
Cromartie to Nelson for the 5-yard touchdown on first down and goal for Viera. And they'll look to kick the extra point here to cut it to 22. And the kick is up. It is good, and the extra point is good for Viera. 43-21, Rockledge leads here with 10:10 to go in the 4th. Another big confidence builder. Not going to let it be a running clock.
No, you're
still
not going to
fighting.
Get clocked. I mean,
I got to admit, this is, regardless of the score, this is a good performance from Viera tonight. And, this was going to be a tough game. They knew that, but they've hung good this whole game. They're not really fading too badly. I mean, there was that third quarter was rough, but they're still fighting here for Viera.
Like you said, they showed fight. Last week they came out in the second half, didn't put a single point up.
it was kind of trending in that direction, but they kind of dug deep and they were able to put one in. So, I mean, you can build off that. I don't think they're going to win this game. I just think the margin's too wide at this point. I mean, crazier things have happened. But to show you're still willing to fight and not hang your hat, especially after not winning in almost over a year.
I'll tell you, Viera will definitely break that streak this year. And I think it's
so
coming
too.
soon. I apologize for the freezing there for a moment. The internet connection not too strong here, but still going to give you the best broadcast we can here. Timeout Viera ahead of a kickoff here. That's their second of the half, 10-10 to go in the game. 43-21. This might be to discuss a possible onside kick.
Well, Rockledge came out with their hands team on the field. They were expecting an onside kick at this point. And
once again, St. Thomas responds 29-27. Cocoa leading late, I assume, in that one. Cypress Creek leading MCC 34-19 as MCC got to look to fight back to stay undefeated.
In that Cocoa game, man, it looks like, Cocoa punches one ahead to maybe put it out of reach, put it in 9, and then looks like here comes St. Thomas.
I think every time Cocoa scored, it's been like immediately St. Thomas responds.
That's what it seems like. I mean, that sounds like an absolute war going on down there in Broward County.
10-10 to play here in the game. Viera to kick off. They trail by 22. It's 43-21 in favor of the Rockledge Raiders tonight as they look to capture their first win of 2023. Viera does go for the onside kick. That is way onside.
Yep, that's not going to go 10 yards.
That's going to go about 7 and out of bounds. So whatever penalty they want to call, it wouldn't be illegal touching, so it's just kick out of bounds. And so Rockledge will take over. First down and 10 in good territory here with 10 minutes to play in this one.
The clock didn't roll on that kick.
No, it didn't. I will say, Rockledge will say just run the clock to run the game out. But if Rockledge runs the ball, I meant run the ball to run the clock out. But if they run the ball, that could just mean a one-play touchdown drive or Viera could get a stop. That's how, Rockledge had stretches where they've had 2 one-score touchdown drives. They've had rushing touchdowns by 3 for Jaylen Hayward, 2 for Tyrone Green, 1 for Jalen Bradley, and 1 for Jaquay Giscomb. So, they can run the ball with whoever they give the ball to. I think they also, yeah.
And here's the unfortunate part for this Viera defense. Because it didn't go beyond the 10 yards and because it didn't pass the 35, it's 5 yards from where it went out of bounds.
So Rockledge will start first down and 10 at the Viera 42. Tyrone Green flushed out quickly. Blitz coming. Green running back. Still running, throwing it down the sideline, out of bounds, incomplete. Throwaway and a flag down at the end of that one.
That's rough in the passer. He tackled him, and you didn't need to do that. I know you're frustrated, but it didn't need to happen.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty on Viera, which will give Rockledge a first down to the Viera 27.
To answer the question, actually, it wasn't illegal touching. We got a pretty good view of it up here. Believe it or not, none of the Viera players actually touched it. It went in between some players' legs. They did a good job getting out of the way, but it rolled out of bounds.
So that 15-yard penalty on the Viera Hawks is going to back them up and give Rockledge even better field position. First down and 10, Rockledge at the Viera 27-yard line. Again, apologize for the quality. Unfortunately, nothing I can do about it right now.
Just whenever we go east,
just the internet
connection. The east end of the field, it kind of gets choppy for whatever reason. Just bear with us, folks.
First down and 10. Rockledge, high snap, Green turns, gives. Turning it to the near side, cutting up the field. Jalen Bradley still fighting. That's going to be a gain of about 6. That'll make it second down and 4 for Rockledge at the Viera 21-yard line.
Yep, counter-train look. They pulled the guard in, the tackle from the backside. Usually you want that hitting up, kind of B-gap. Wasn't there. Did a good job bouncing it and coming away with a gain of 7.
Second down and 4 for Rockledge at the Viera 21, knocking on the door of the Nick Farinella red zone for the Raiders. 9 minutes to play, or 9:20 to go in this game. Rockledge leads 43-21. Tyrone Green will back it up. Remember to keep it live on the Brevard Sports Network after tonight's games. Myself and Logan Pettit with the Walk-Ons post-game show. Green getting pressured hard. Tyrone Green flushes out. Flicks one wide open, caught down to the 3-yard line. First down, Rockledge on a gain of 18.
I'll tell you what, the Viera crowd is not having it because Rockledge got away with 2 penalties there. There was a false start on the wide receiver that was down at the short side of the field, and a big-time hold by the offensive tackle on the pass rusher, assumed the defensive end when Green was rolling out of the pocket. Refs missed both of them, and it turns into a big play, 1st and goal.
That's tough for Viera defensively. Almost made a good play in the backfield, but receiver was wide open. First down and goal, Rockledge at the 3, 8.5 minutes to play. Jump pass, and it's overthrown. On the play fake and the jump pass, incomplete. And 8.5 minutes, the clock will stop. 2nd and goal for Rockledge at the 3, inside the Nick Farinella red zone, inside the 5-yard line. Off the big gain.
See if they've learned from their failed 2-point attempts, and when you're in this situation.
The fact they just passed it, I don't think they have yet.
I don't know what their proclivity for passing it in this confined situation, but with the, you have several 60, 70-yard runs.
As I referenced earlier, if we haven't learned anything about the 2014 Seattle Seahawks, running on the goal line rarely goes poorly. 2nd down, snap on the ground, kicked, scooped up by Rockledge, and he's going to go for a loss of 1 as right as they do try and run it, but I think that was going to be a jet sweep.
Yeah, Rockledge has looked pretty good tonight. I think we can both agree on that. I think Monday when they get to practice, they need to start working on some snaps. We're a team that only operates out of the shotgun. I know, listen, I played center. I snapped football.
So did I.
Shotgun snapping isn't the easiest thing in the world, but once you learn how to do it, it's muscle memory.
It gets to muscle memory, yeah. And on top of all of it, if a snap's a little, not like you want this, but a little outside, a little inside, a little high, a little low, it is what it is. But these are rolling on the ground.
They're
like he's not getting them
up
off or
way
they're
high. Rolling, yeah.
You're not just missing his hands.
Get him in his chest area.
Yeah. 3rd down and goal for Rockledge. Handoff. Jaylen Bradley and the Viera defense telling us, what do we know? They try and run it up the middle, and it doesn't go well as the Viera front flies through for a big stop. Big update. St. Thomas Aquinas fumble. Coco football.
Looks like after an interception, too, so Coco was able to grab that one back quickly.
Wow.
That one sounds like an absolute battle.
Well, you'll be able to get that whole rundown at the Walk-Ons post-game show. Myself, Logan Pettit, and possible guests will break down and give you the rundown of tonight's high school football action. 4th down and goal, Rockledge at about the 6-yard line. They're going to go for it. 7 minutes to go here from the Hawks' nest. Green drops back. Good time to throw. Lofts one. Back corner overthrown. Incomplete. And Viera's defense stands strong inside the 5. It'll be a turnover on downs. But Viera's going to be pinned inside their own 10-yard lines. But good defense by Viera.
Yeah, if I'm Rockledge, I'm working on snapping the football and red zone offense.
Yeah. And PATs, whether that's kicking or going for 2.
Well, you got to start somewhere, and I think just snapping out of the shotgun might be the first place to start before you nail down the PAT snap, which is, I played long snapper too. It's objectively harder.
Yeah. Now off the turnover on downs, 1st down and 10. Viera at their own 7-yard line. With 6 minutes left to play, Satellite leads Melbourne 25-8. As Melbourne does get on the board. Handoff for Viera, trying to get around to the near side. That's going to be a loss. Put him inside the 5-yard line on the carry by new back number 22, Kamari Ingram. That's a loss of 3. 2nd down and 13 for Viera at their own 4, or 2nd and 12.
And, Bubar was running the ball excellent in the first half, and they've just completely gone away from him here in the second half.
I just think it's more of a, besides that run specifically, I was going to say I think it's more of a kind of a big play mindset in the second half, or especially the 4th quarter.
Well, if that's the case, they have Eric Nelson lined up at quarterback, so I don't think they're going to be taking any shots here.
Eric Nelson at quarterback here for Viera once again. 6 minutes to play here in the game. Nelson keeper, he's going to get drilled in the end zone, and that's a safety by the Rockledge defense as he got absolutely drilled in the end zone. I didn't even get a number because he flew in so fast.
Well, Rockledge's defense had absolutely no respect for the passing game. You have one of your receivers lined up at quarterback in a confined situation. They're going to bring all the pressure, and that's exactly what they just did.
The offensive line has also deteriorated for Viera the course of the night. 45-21, Rockledge leads with 6 minutes to play, and I'm honestly, unless I'm missing some like strategy move, and you can tell me if I am, Logan, but why are you taking Chase Cromartie out? I don't understand. They're not running Wildcat.
Yeah,
He's not going to throw the ball.
I mean, I'm no one to criticize anybody, or especially coaching. You know, they know their team better than I do. But if it were me calling the plays, I certainly would not have gone to that look. You did it earlier in the open field. Didn't work then. You're in a confined situation. You want to put your veteran play call or your
even that, it's not that Cromartie's even had a bad night. He had one interception off of just a back foot throw.
Trying to make
He's
something
had a
happen,
good
too.
night. And so that's not a reason. I just don't understand.
Yeah,
and
I
it
don't
ends
get
up
it
with a
either.
safety. They're going to go with an onside kick here on the safety, and it bounces out of Rockledge. And
can you do that?
I think Viera just got it.
They did, but I don't. Can you?
Viera receives. I thought they had to punt it.
Well, you can kick it off in high school, but I don't.
Well, Viera takes back over off an onside kick off of a safety, folks. And I'll tell you, that is probably the first time and the last time you will ever see that happen.
I've never seen anything like that.
I've never even heard of that.
I was kind of under the assumption that you weren't able to do that, considering it's
you're
a
supposed
safety.
to be giving it to them.
Yeah, exactly. But again, in high school, you don't have to punt it. You can kick it off of a tee. So maybe the rule is if you kick it off a tee, you're allowed to do it. And they're going to talk about it. And the Rockledge defensive lineman's like, hey, it was a safety. Shouldn't we be getting the ball? And
water break is the call on the field for the officials with 5:56 to play. Rockledge leads it 45-21. I'd like to thank our other sponsor tonight, Nick Farinella Real Estate. Nick is a Brevard County native who knows the area and believes that a half a day's of work is 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Let Nick's experience in over 2,000 sales and 30-plus years of work for you. No one knows this area better. Corporate relocation waterfront specialist as he works from North Merritt Island to the South Beaches. With over 30 years of experience, Nick's experience equals results. And at Caldwell Banker Realty, they are motivated by two ideals, dedication to vision and purpose in action. Call Nick today at 321-543-1685 or online at www.nicksre.com. American Air and Plumbing, Brevard's go-to pros for Florida Tough AC and Plumbing Services, and proud sponsor of the Brevard Sports Network. Florida Tough Player of the Month. You can find them online at AmericanAirandPlumbing.com.
And the onside recovery is going to stand. Yeah, that's
so they get stuff for a safety, and now Viera takes back over. First down and 10, Viera at their own 32. If anyone in the comments knows of a specified rule on that, because I'm just unsure, to be honest, but I've never seen that.
It could just be a crazy loophole for high school football, just because you don't have to punt it. You know, you can just kick it off.
Hand off up the middle. The ball comes out. Rockledge picks it up. And, I mean.
You know what we call that, Jackson? Ball don't lie.
Yeah.
Ball don't lie. Right?
Rockledge gets it back to Mari Jenkins, and that's Viera's third turnover, and immediately gives it right back off the onside recovery. And with 5:48 to play, second fumble lost tonight for Viera. Once again, Chase Cromartie not on the field. And Rockledge will take over Damari Jenkins. Now you're kind of thankful they onside kicked it instead of them kicking it all the way down to you. Now you'll just get to take over. Rockledge first down and 10 at the Viera 26.
Well, unfortunately for us, you know, our camera freezes up when we're pointing towards the east end of the end zone. So, of course, the majority of the end of the game is going to get played in the east end of the field. But here we are. And, hey, heady play by Rockledge to say, you know what? They took advantage of a loophole. Let's just go get the ball back and give ourselves.
Touchdown, Coco, 36-27 in the fourth quarter. First down and 10, handoff, Giscomb, cutting up field, bouncing outside, cutting back up, breaking tackles, all the way, touchdown, Rockledge. 26-yard touchdown run, his second of the night for the freshman, Jamarcus Giscomb.
Yeah, he's cramping up after that one, but what a run again by the freshman. I mean, he's not a very big kid, but he's also 14 years old. So out there breaking tackles like that in the open field with some nifty moves. Rockledge has got something there. Yeah, second of the night off of a similar play. Rockledge has got something in the young man.
And Rockledge over 50 points tonight. And for those questions everyone was asking, could their offense perform? Yes, they can. As this is the best offensive performance we've seen out of Rockledge in a good while.
Well, we know their run game's working.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many passes they've thrown, but I think it's
I don't
one
even
too
know.
many.
I mean, unless I don't remember them completing a pass tonight.
They've completed a couple, but you know, we had one last
They
drive.
go for two, and now they finally hand it off, and what do you know? They get the 2-point conversion to number 5, Jordan Woods. And their first conversion that's good on the 5th try is the first one they run. And with 5.5 minutes to go, Rockledge leads by 32 points, 53-21.
I think, Rockledge might have just been convinced with going with a goofy score tonight. I mean, every single time they've scored, whether they've gotten it or not, since it was 7-0, it's just been some sort of wacky scoreboard number that you don't necessarily see. I mean, even if they would have kicked the field goal and got it, it would have been 52.
Yeah. I think I'm going to look up
weird.
the Scorigami website tonight, because I think 53-21 would be a possibility.
It's got to be.
52-21, I think it's probably happened. That's just 49.
While we're speaking numbers, 51 is one of the few odd non-prime numbers. It's divisible by 3. 3 times 17 is 51.
There you go.
But you didn't learn that in math class.
No. 53, I think, is prime. And we got whistles and a flag down. So I think they're going to make Rockledge redo the kickoff here. It'll probably be an false start.
Yeah, it was offside. And they're going to back them up 5 and tell them kick it again.
So Rockledge will kick off once again. They lead it by 32 points tonight. 53-21, 5.5 minutes to play. Thanks everyone for tuning in here to our game tonight on the Brevard Sports Network and working through some of the internet issues and whatnot. We look to provide you the best broadcast possible, and we hope that you've enjoyed. Keep it live to the Brevard Sports Network after this, as we will have the walk-ons post-game show. St. Thomas touchdown. As we see, whenever Cocoa goes ahead by 2 scores, St. Thomas puts it right back to 2 points. So I think that would make it 30. I don't know what the last score update was, but I assume we'll get one in just a moment anyway. But St. Thomas
Aquinas is going to be down by 2. Whatever.
Yeah, I know that. Unless they went for 2. Timeout Rockledge. I think that's either their second or third half. I think it's their second. 5.5 minutes to play. 53-21. Rockledge leads. I'd like to thank our sponsor, American Air and Plumbing, Brevard's go-to pros for Florida Tough AC and Plumbing Services, and proud sponsor of the Brevard Sports Network, Florida Tough Player of the Month. Trust American Air and Plumbing for fast AC repairs or rugged AC systems like their Florida edition that's built to withstand our brutal Florida climate, or the revolutionary Daikin AC with rebates up to $1,800 and warranties up to 12 years. AmericanAirandPlumbing.com, serving Brevard since 1942. Merritt Island up on Astronaut 54-0. And that'll make the Mustangs 3-0.
Yeah, that offense is humming, man. They're putting up points on everybody they've played.
The game I'm looking at next week that I have circled that I don't think a lot of people have, Holy Trinity Merritt Island.
That'll be
2
fun.
3-0 football teams and 2 of the most high-powered offenses so far and 2 of the most surprising performances. So there's our official score, 36-34 Cocoa. I know it's the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I think last time we saw there was maybe 11 minutes left. I got to imagine they're probably around 9, 8, 7, somewhere in that range. I think
if you're Cocoa, just keep the trends up. Go back up by 9. I mean, eventually that time will run out, and you should be out front if the trends continue.
Yeah, score a touchdown and get a stop, and that might ice it.
And you were right pregame that was going to be a higher scoring game than I thought. And a good kickoff here by Rockledge. Even after having to kick it deeper, and the returner for Viera tripped down there at the 15. He's not happy with himself on that one, but that's just a tough play. They'll get stuck at their own 15. That was Mikey Schmidt. 5.5 minutes to play. Rockledge leads it by 32. First down and 10. Viera at their own 17-yard line. And it's a pride drive here. Try and go out, get a score on the board to end off the game. And, again, still a good performance, I would say, by Viera. I think that first win's coming soon.
I think so, too.
I don't have their schedule in front of me, but
they've played well tonight. I mean, all things considered.
Hand off, nope. Up the middle they'll keep, and it's going to go for a loss of 2 on the run there as Rockledge defense has just bowed up to the max now.
And they still have Cromartie off the field.
The only thing I can think is maybe to not let him get injured.
Yeah, saving him for the rest of the year.
Which, if that's the case, then okay.
I get it, yeah, but I mean,
I just didn't get it inside the 5.
No, and I guess it's out of reach. The likelihood of them going 95 yards, scoring a touchdown, were minimal. So I mean, I guess I understand it, but
talking about Viera looking for their first win, I believe Harmony's in their district. From what I've seen, I think Viera can beat Harmony.
I think Viera could beat Melbourne.
Yep. I don't have their schedule in front of me, but They're actually going to drop back to throw here over the top. Receiver didn't turn back for it.
Actually,
Javon
pretty good
Cooper,
ball.
good throw by Eric Nelson.
Yeah, pretty good ball there. If he turns around, kind of a back shoulder situation, turns around, it's
Talking about a wide receiver at quarterback, but he's got an arm, so we won't discount him. It's a good throw by Eric Nelson, absolutely, but just a little overthrown there. Receiver wasn't looking for it. 3rd down and 11 for Viera at their own 16-yard line. 4.5 minutes to go. Cypress Creek leading MCC 41-27. MCC looking to pull a late game comeback there. 3rd down and 11 for Viera.
And look, they've got 9 guys walked up to the ball.
Throwing over the top there, just overthrown again. That's a quick snap and just an immediate throw by Eric Nelson. He was looking once again for Javon Cooper. It's incomplete. 4th down and 11 for Viera at their own 16-yard line, and they are going to bring the punt unit out. And that's when you can kind of tell a team has, understood that this game's out of reach, not going to try and go for it in your own territory and that deep. And they'll just take the punt here with 4.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, and, I hate to say it. I think at this point they might have mailed it in a little bit too, and we'll see when Rockledge gets the ball back if they really have defensively. But, ideally you'd like to keep them off the board. I mean, you're not going to win the game, but you'd like to keep them off the board one last time to avoid that running clock, albeit it's only going to be about 4-ish minutes left. But
that's for pride. I mean, that's to go out and say, hey, we held our own. A lot of people might have had Viera, losing by that much, but, they've come out and played a great game.
No moral victories either. I mean, you just as a player, you understand the situation. Like, all right, they go up by at least 35. That clock's going to continue to run. You never want that.
No.
And, I mean, I think coming out the way they did in the first half.
Their first half was strong.
They looked good in the first half. They looked good on a couple drives here in the second half.
But that's the second game now in a row, though.
It is.
You have a much better first half than second half, and that's for
how do you play a complete game?
And I don't know if that's halftime adjustments or players getting tired.
Well, I think Rockledge's defense did a really good job coming out in the second half and taking away what was working for Viera, and that's much what happened last week with Satellite. So you got to look and say, all right, they've taken that away. What counter do we have off of these plays that were working in the first half that are not going to work in the second half?
Split backs, 1st and 10. Handoff, new quarterback in the game for Rockledge. But Giscomb still in the game, reversing field. There goes Rockledge again down the sideline. The freshman with a hat trick.
Wow.
Jamarcus Giscomb with his 3rd touchdown of the game with 4 minutes to go. As Rockledge continues to score as they're looking to put up 60 points.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I said. You don't want to hang your hat, put your hands on your hips, and just mail it in. But, I mean, I didn't see very much willing tackling on that, and that's 3 for the freshman.
His
Great
3rd
run.
of the night.
I'm impressed the heck out of Jamarcus Giscomb.
Yeah.
That kid he's going to be special.
Jaylen Hayward and Giscomb both with 3 touchdowns tonight. And Rockledge, I think, going to come on and actually... Let's see what they call here. 3.5 minutes to go. The running clock has begun now as Rockledge leads by 38, 59-21.
Yeah, they're going to go for 2, try and put 61 up there.
Trying to go up by 40. Rockledge, they're 1 for 5 on their 3rd down tries. 0 for 4 passing on them. 1 for 1 when they run. And it's going to be a pass. Fade to the back corner of the end zone. Intercepted by Viera to keep the score as it is. Number 7, Cooper Keith makes the play, intercepting Rico Buitrago on his first pass attempt. So they're 1 for 6 on their 2-point conversion tries. And as the clock runs, 2:50 and counting, Rockledge leads at 59-21. At this point in the game, I question why bother with the 2-point conversions, unless you really don't think you can make the kick, but I don't think it really matters.
At this point, maybe you got young guys in. 6-quarter kids that maybe you want to just get a little extra work, I would assume. I mean, I'm going to guess that that's their backup quarterback, so maybe try and get him a couple reps because you're probably not going to get the ball back at this point.
No, I mean, there's 2 minutes. This will probably be a play or 2 for Viera.
Yeah, and the clock's not going to stop unless somebody calls a timeout or there's an injury. So
heck of a performance tonight by both teams, with Rockledge showing out offensively And that's the biggest takeaway from me tonight is the clock ticking with 2 minutes to go. I'll start with the takeaways here. For Rockledge, I wanted to see the offense tonight in this game. I knew their defense was good enough to play high-level football. Their offense was a question mark. A lot of people were asking. And I think they came up in an amazing way. And kudos to Rockledge for that. Defensively was strong. I think, though, for Viera, there's definitely some light. Chase Cromartie had a lot of big throws and a lot of big plays. Ryan Bubar had a good game. Their offense played well for about 2.5 quarters. Their defense, they had some flashes. And we'll see what they do in other weeks. So I don't think it was an all-around, fail for Viera, but it did kind of get away from him in the second half.
Here's the thing. I'll start with Rockledge. First of all, the player of the game for Rockledge is the running game.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't give it to a single player. They've had however many touchdowns
You
they
could
have.
give it.
They've all been rushing.
You give it to Hayward. You give it to Green. You give it to
Give it to
Giscomb.
all of
You
them.
give it
They
to
all deserve
Bradley.
it.
Doesn't matter.
And you know what? We talked about Hayward running the football. We did not call his name much, or if at all, defensively. And when you play corner, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You don't want your name called because that means you're not getting attacked. They're staying away from him. To kind of speak on what you said with Viera, I mean, let's call a spade here. They're outmatched.
Yeah.
Rockledge has better talent than they do right now. And it is what it is. You still got to line up and you still got to play the games. It's a crosstown rivalry. You're going to play this football game.
Yeah.
But there's things that you can hang your hat on if you're Viera in this game. That first drive looked great. You didn't score, so you can work on that. We can drive down the field on anybody. We just got to punch it in.
Yep.
That second drive, they did score.
Yep.
The whole first half, you need to look at that and say, how do we replicate that in the second half? Because if we're doing it on this Rockledge defense, who, again, they got drubbed by Duncanville last week. Guess what? Duncanville is one of the best teams in the entire country.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hold that against them. You can't take that much away from that. They hung tight with Seminole, who's one of the best teams in the state. This is a good Rockledge team.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Seminole, they're ranked above Cocoa currently. That tells you how strong of a team that is.
Sure.
So, and that'll do it here from Viera High School. Rockledge gets their first win of the season, 59-21, and a big statement win over the Viera Hawks. Viera with a solid performance as well in tonight's game, but star of the show for Rockledge was that incredible run game. They also win the turnover battle 3-1. I'd like to thank both of our sponsors one more time. Nick Farinella at Coldwell Banker Realty. You can call them at 321-543-1685 or online at www.nixre.com. And as well, Florida Aaron Plumbing. You can call them, or American Aaron Plumbing, rather. You can find them online at AmericanAaronPlumbing.com. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Keep it live to the Brevard Sports Network for the Walk-Ons post-game show with myself and Logan Pettit. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Have a great night, and keep it tuned to the Brevard Sports Network. Final score, Rockledge 59, Viera 21.